go to vote because there's nothing to vote for. There's nothing to vote for, really. I'm not hearing the opposition, the ruling party. Like, there's nothing there. There's opportunism that I see. So why should I go and waste my time and vote? Besides, I have a right to complain because I'm paying tax. Don't use my tax if I don't have a right because I decided not to vote. Don't use my tax then. I'm being taxed by this government. I have a say. That's my opinion.
Bongani, those people who don't want to vote or say it's their democratic right not to vote are simply too lazy to register to vote or to get up in the morning of the day of voting and go and vote. If you want to exercise your democratic right, register to vote and go to the ballot box and then spoil your vote. That way, all of the parties can see these are the people that's not interested in voting for any of them. I think it's simply a lazy attitude and it's a flippant attitude to say that it's your democratic right not.
Williams Community Hall. I'm not sure if you can hear, but already there are some people here that are singing. I see ANC members clad in their T-shirts. They're singing. They're DA supporters. The Patriotic Alliance has just arrived. The EFF is just about to come in. So it's going to be a fascinating town hall, elections town hall this morning, Bongani. So we are going to bring in the new mayor of Ekurhuleni, who was just elected, in fact, a couple of days ago. So he's going to be joining us. We're going to bring in some MMCs. We're going to have the provincial government represented here as well. I'm going to bring in the political parties and also new parties that are not represented in council but will be contesting elections for the first time. People like Rise Mzansi, and other organizations. So they're going to be with us in Katlehong this morning. I want listeners to call in, and if you are listening to us and you're in and around Katlehong, you want to come and join us, make your way now to the D.H. Williams Community Hall here in Katlehong.
Clement Manyathela on your radio between 9 and 12.
Oh, hey, welcome to the Crazy Store. We've got everything your heart desires, like transforming dinosaurs and soccer balls, a 9-piece unicorn tea set and fleece pet beds. Okay. And obviously, loads of balloons. I'm sorry, I can't. What do you mean I don't have to do this? The Crazy Store could fill these with helium? Oh, great! The Crazy Store. Hey, you never know what you might find.
This is an ad break brought to you by Pineapple. Break over. For no nonsense and
on, you can hear me perfectly. And then the headphones I'm using.
One, two. Dumelang. Dumelang. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Dumelang sanmonani. Tobela. Good morning. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to this town hall meeting. My name is Clement, and I host the Clement Manyathela show. We are about to go live in 5 minutes. So, first of all, we just want to thank you for coming to participate at this town hall meeting. We always say that the election's about the people, they're not about the politicians. So we want to give you an opportunity to hold the politicians accountable. We've invited them. We've got the new mayor of Ekurhuleni. Don't you guys sometimes forget who the mayor is because they change every 2 weeks? But we've got the new mayor of Ekurhuleni who's going to be here. We've got the MEC of Gauteng, the MEC of Finance in Gauteng, Jacob Mamabolo. This is someone who is responsible for finances in Gauteng. We've got some of the MMCs who are responsible for service delivery, because I know there are issues around waste management here in Katlehong. So they're going to be here so that you can ask them questions and you can raise your issues. I want to ask you to be very honest with them. Don't hold back. I mean, I still want us to be very respectful in our engagements because we're not trying to make this a festival of chairs where there are blows that are exchanged. But are being honest, you have to tell them about their failures, but also tell them about their successes. We're not here to point fingers of how bad particular parties are only. We're here to also say this is what you've done better, and this is what you can improve from that. So be honest. If you're angry, be honest in your emotions as well. They are politicians. They're ready for it. So we're going to start in 3 minutes. This is my colleague, Tsidi Madia, who's our politics editor. She's going to be here. And she's from from Ekurhuleni. So she's going to be here with the mic, and then she'll give you an opportunity. The first hour of the show, we want to hear from you. That's the whole hour of the show that we want to do. So we're going to start it off, and Tsidi will be here. We'll give you the rules on how to engage, and you're going to raise your issues, what issues you're facing in Katlehong, and then that's the whole hour of the show. And then we're going to bring in the politicians from 10 o'clock, and then you guys can then chat to them and ask them questions. So thank you very much. We've got our producers here, Gama, Zintle, and them. So if you've got questions, they will clarify things for you guys. Once again, thank you. We will ask you when we start. Maybe you can sing a few songs as we start the broadcast, and then we'll tell you to come down, and then that's when we're gonna start. Thank you very much for coming.
In the arts has become one of the core scarce skills that we are going towards. So we are particular about the type of programs we support.
9,000 participants so far.
So far, yeah.
Why is it important to you that corporates should care?
I think for us, caring is about making society better. It's about moving society forward. But also we need the environment that is conducive for us to trade as a business. If we enable the environment to be conducive, we can prosper. And prospering is important for us as an organization.
Because it's important that, and the thing I always stress is that it's important that we don't just get to a place where we sign checks and give money away, but that we actually walk this journey with the participants.
I think, Bongani, the fact that we've got this program that says corporates that care, there's an acknowledgement that we've looked beyond just ticking the box. We do want to make a big difference. And I think we want to empower young people, and we believe that their story matters, and that's why we go for the stories.
And if anyone wants to participate, as you say, they can look at your social media pages, your website, or even visit a local branch.
Absolutely.
Great stuff. APSA and their program, their fellowship program, it's called the APSA Fellowship Program. Dr. Stephen Zwane, the Managing Executive of Corporate Citizenship at APSA. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for having us.
702 Podcast
on primemediaplus.com.
And that's all the time we'll have for you today. Up next, Clement Manyathela, and it sounds like it's going to be a fiery show coming live to you from Katlehong. Many political parties already represented. And I think one of the things that will likely come out is why you should care about the voting process, why you should participate. Stay listening. It's 9 o'clock.
This is Eyewitness News.
Good morning, I'm Sfiso Zulu. KwaMazibuko hostel residents in Katlehong are threatening to stay away from the polls next month as they accuse government of neglect. Home to over 1,000 people, living conditions at one of the biggest hostels in the province continue to decline 30 years into democracy. Residents have criticized the government for failing to upgrade and rehabilitate the overcrowded hostel as they've promised for many years. Eyewitness News has visited a number of hostels in Katlehong ahead of 702's election town hall in the community today. Alfara Mushwana has more.
Leaking taps, filthy ablution facilities and broken windows have become a norm for residents at the KwaMazibuko hostel. Women have resorted to the bucket system to relieve themselves as toilets have become unbearably filthy to use. The main man in charge, known as Induna Njabulo Shabisa, says these are all concerns that have prompted residents to boycott the upcoming elections.
It really hurts that politicians always beg us to vote for them, but neglect us after the elections. Maybe they think we're mentally disturbed. How can they leave us to live in squalor?
Sewer spillages surround the hostel's neglected park, but this has not stopped toddlers from enjoying the swings and slides. Alpha Ramushwana, Eyewitness News, Katlehong.
DA leader John Steenhuisen says the public protector must investigate the ANC for abuse of public resources as part of an election campaign. Steenhuisen accused the ANC and its president, Cyril Ramaphosa, of manipulating South Africans by making promises around job creation using a taxpayer-funded scheme. He was addressing party supporters at Cape Town City Hall yesterday as part of his DA's Rescue South Africa tour. Babalondenze was there.
The DA was back in Cape Town to continue its Rescue South Africa tour. The party's leader, John Steenhuisen, also used the event to slam the ANC, telling people how they've been manipulated by the governing party during its campaign.
We're going to lay a complaint with the public protector against Cyril Ramaphosa for his latest manipulation scheme. At an ANC campaign event on Saturday, he promised the crowd there 500,000 skills training and job opportunities. Not using the ANC money, using taxpayers' money.
Steenhuisen says another ANC manipulation is that the party will work with the EFF because they've realized they won't get an outright majority after the polls. Babalondenze, Eyewitness News.
Staying in the Western Cape, a fire which started in the Deutskloof near Paarl continues to rage out of control. The Cape Town Winelands District Municipality's fire services says the blaze, which started opposite the Dukloof Hotel, has continued to burn into the cliffs in the direction of the Huguenot Tunnel. Municipality spokesperson Joanne Otter says firefighters are containing the blaze.
There are currently 7 firefighting vehicles and crew, 3 ground teams from NCC and Cape Nature.
But she says all roads in the area remain open.
All roads are currently open. However, fire services request that motorists travel with caution, not stop and take photographs, and to please follow the instructions of traffic officials.
And Myanmar's former leader Aung San Suu Kyi has been moved from prison to house arrest. Her government was overthrown by a military coup in 2021, and she has been detained since then. She is facing 27 years in prison for crimes ranging from treason and bribery to violating telecommunications law. The military says the 78-year-old has been moved since the weather is extremely hot. Her son said earlier this year that his mother was being held in solitary confinement and her health was not good as it used to be. Gold is trading at $2,379.87 an ounce. The rand is at 19.04 to the dollar, 23.75 to the pound, 20.24 to the euro. Brent crude oil is at $89.65 a barrel.
And in the traffic in Kempton Park, there's been an accident on the R21 North. It happened near the R23 turnoff, causing heavy delays. There's also queuing traffic on the M1 North between Boysons Road and Carr Street due to an accident on the M1 North right at the double-decker section.
A partly cloudy day in store for Gauteng today, with isolated showers and thunder showers expected. The temperatures will peak at highs between 20 and 22 degrees. The top story in Eyewitness News this hour. KwaMazibuko hostel residents in Katlehong are threatening to abstain from voting next month as they accuse the government of neglect.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or the new EWN app. This is the Clement Manyathela Show.
Live
from Katlehong 702.
702.
Let's walk the talk.
Six minutes after 9 o'clock. Dumelang, welcome to the second elections town hall meeting. This time we are live from Katlehong in the East Rand. I hope you're well this morning. Thank you so much for being with us here on the special broadcast of the Clement Manyathela Show. Welcome if you're listening to us on the radio. Welcome if you're watching this on Facebook, if you're watching it on YouTube, where we are streaming this broadcast. But also welcome to all of you that are here at the DHW Community Hall here in Ekurhuleni. We have people that have come all the way from surrounding areas of Ekurhuleni. We have different political parties represented here. We have the big parties, we've got the smaller parties, we've got the new parties as well that we will be talking to. But more importantly, we have the citizens of this country in this hall. That's who these upcoming elections are about. The elections on the 29th of May are not about politicians, but they're about you. All of you in this hall, all of you that are listening to us on the radio, all of you that are watching us. So it's you that we want to center in our town hall meetings. We want to hear what your service delivery concerns are. We want to hear what your frustrations with political parties governing this province and this metro are. And yes, these are provincial and national elections, but service delivery at local level also influences how people vote in the national elections. And that's why we've invited the mayor of Ekurhuleni, the freshly minted mayor of Ekurhuleni. He will be joining us here. They have to come and account to you about where they have failed. What have they managed to do for the city, if anything at all? That's why we've also invited the Gauteng government to be represented here. The MEC of Finance, Jacob Mamabolo, is going to be joining us. And what I want us to know and hear from you during the 702 open line in this hour is, what are your concerns? What is the state of Ekurhuleni? What is the state of surrounding areas? Your own community, what's working, what's not working, what needs to change? And how can we as communities effect that change? We have mics here that are in front. In fact, my colleague Tsidi Madia, who is the politics editor for Eyewitness News, is going to be facilitating the conversation and the views from the people that are in this community hall. But I want you to participate with us if you are listening or if you are watching us on YouTube or Facebook. Give us a call on 011-883-0702. You can also send us a WhatsApp voice note on 072-702-1702. I'm going to ask, as I did earlier, that we respect each other in our engagements. Let's give each other a chance to speak. Let's not speak over each other. We are going to use this opportunity effectively, but let's also be honest. I don't want you to hold back. I want you to be honest about how you feel, honest about the successes, honest about the failures as well. With that said, I think we're ready to kickstart the second 702 elections town hall meeting in Ekurhuleni.
Covering the issues that matter to you.
It's the Clement Manyathela Show.
Live
from Katlehong
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
So someone who has been in Katlehong yesterday and in the very early hours of this morning is EWN reporter Alpha Ramoshwana, who's going to tell us what You have found in Ekurhuleni, Alpha, before we hear from the people of Ekurhuleni, you were here yesterday. What did you find? What are the people here concerned about?
I think, like you said, we were in Karankwa just a few weeks ago, and there were never housing issues that side. I came this side, and most of the problems are centered around housing. There's a number of hostels in Katlehong. There's the KwaMazibuko hostel, there's the NPC hostel, and there's also the Kwesine hostel, which are all visited yesterday. And, 30 years into democracy, people are still living in squalor. Clement, I went into the bathrooms at all these hostels, and it's unbearably filthy, and I also went to the Mazibuko hostel where windows are shattered all over the place. Children are playing amid sewer spillages all over the place, and they say they haven't been upgraded or rehabilitated in a while. That's what they're struggling with. They've been begging and begging the municipality to come and upgrade and rehabilitate the hostels, but they've received no response. They feel that they are neglected. So housing in this place is a major, major issue, and most of the people who are living in these hostels are unemployed. That's another problem. They survive day by day through piece jobs, which they say is not enough, of course, to get them, decent housing. So the hostels in this place, of course, most hostels are filled with crime. There's children playing there, and gunshots have become prevalent in most of these hostels, more especially the KwaMazibuko. It's actually one of the biggest hostels in the province, Clement. Over 1,000 people are living there, and they're receiving no help at all. They say service delivery has almost become non-existent at the KwaMazibuko hostel. So the problem is housing in Katlehong. People are not receiving adequate housing. They are not receiving service delivery as much as they would have loved to.
All right, so those are the issues that we'll delve more into with the residents of Ekurhuleni. Tsidi Madia is the politics editor for Eyewitness News. And Tsidi, when you look at the politics of Ekurhuleni, I used to think that Nelson Mandela Bay or the city of Johannesburg was possibly the most unstable of the cities or the councils. But in recent days and recent times, Ekurhuleni has been one of those.
In 3 years, they've had 3 mayors in the city. This is a city, by and large, for the longest time, felt stable. Mind you, in 2016, like those other cities, it also went into a coalition government, seemingly better managed. But what's happened in the 2021 elections really has been quite devastating. I think for citizens who we'll hear from in a short while, where service delivery has been impacted. We work at 702, and the amount of times calls come through the radio about service delivery in Ekurhuleni is quite devastating. I visit cemeteries here, and the quality of those cemeteries has been quite concerning. Alpha speaks about the concerns around sewage. But I must also very quickly say to you, on the flip side, when you look at Katlehong, I've known Katlehong pretty much all my life. And there's almost a slight tempering down in terms of the intensity. And I just realized now the reason why it doesn't feel as hectic or as busy as it used to be is because the Natal Spruit Hospital has been removed. It's gone to Fort Loras. It's now the Telemwerani Hospital. But also in part of that, very quickly, is that it's devastated an economy here in Katlehong, and I don't think the residents, but we'll hear from them, will say to you that something's happened at local government that has filled that. And the reason why that's happening is because you're seeing squabbles in council between the political parties. I was listening to Premier Panyaza Lesufi. He's also the chair of the ANC that's been part of the negotiations. And part of what Panyaza Lesufi says is when they go into these talks, everybody speaks about the residents, about the people. But when they actually sit down at the table, it is a fight over contracts, it is interest, personal interest, that are put ahead of the citizens. And the reason why I mentioned what's lacking here is because those things cannot be done if political parties are fighting it out over power. And you hear it in the leaders, mind you. I'm looking at the Business Day. Julius Malema being quoted speaking about how there's glory versus power. The ANC wants glory, they get the mayorship. We want power. We have the finance portfolio. And that's exactly what we've been seeing playing out over the past 3 years.
Yeah, and whatever plays out at the end of the day affects the people of Ekurhuleni on the ground. And those are the people we'll be hearing from after the break. It's 15 minutes after 9 o'clock. You're listening to the special broadcast of the Clement Manyathela Show. It's the second installment of the 702 Elections Town Hall meeting. Stay with us.
Aubrey Masango.
Weekday evenings,
8 to midnight.
The IEC has come out to say that they're ready for the elections. The face on the ballot paper for the MK party, Jacob Zuma. I'm old enough to have witnessed the number of breakaway parties from the African National Congress. The only party of real significant success is the EFF, whether you agree or disagree with them. And now we have the MK. We've seen this movie before. I am not hearing any other message. Everybody, the ANC messed up. Yes, we know that. Vote for us. We're not ANC. Yes, we've heard that story before.
Aubrey Masango.
8 to midnight on 702.
702.
If you are pregnant, older than 65, or have chronic health conditions, you could be at a high risk for severe flu or complications from flu. The best way to protect yourself and those around you from flu is with an annual flu vaccine. The flu vaccine is reimbursed by most medical schemes once a year for each member. Speak to your healthcare provider and get a grip on flu. Brought to you by Sanofi.
The cost of living crisis is real. Here's what one Outsurance client did about it.
I'm Amy. I'm 26 from Kenilworth. When I got my 2022 Ford EcoSport, the immediate thought was to buy an Outsurance, and I pay only 819 Rand per month. No insurers were able to beat or match the premium that I'm currently paying.
Want a car insurance premium that will blow your mind? SMS out to 45142 now for a quote and to find out about included benefits like panic assistance that sends the nearest medical or armed response unit to you wherever you may be 24/7. Here's Yusuf.
45 years old from Tygerberg, Western Cape. I pay 700 Rand for my Polo 1.6 2021 model. If you haven't called Outsurance yet, definitely get in touch.
Give it a go. SMS out to 45142. That's out to 45142. Outsurance is a licensed insurer and FSP. T's, C's, and limits apply. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually. Client comments do not constitute financial advice.
You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you find the perfect fit, and you shake it all about. Join us at the one and only Chamberlain Famous for Fellies promotion and get your perfect pair of genuine Karoo Fellies for as little as 387 Rand. From the 22nd of April to the 5th of May, we'll be selling a wide range of genuine leather Fellies at unbeatable prices and all the workwear you need under one roof. So let our friendly staff fit you with the smartest Fellies in Gauteng. Chamberlain, famous for hardware since 1903.
So, did you hear about your team losing?
Just a trim on the sides, please.
And there you go. Fabulous as always.
Same time next week?
Oh, indeed.
Meet our audience. They're cutting their hair, working, living their lives, sharing stories, and always listening. So if you're going to interrupt them, it better be good. Prime Media Broadcasting Sales. We help you connect with every fantastic, quirky, and exciting individual in our audience, from the barbershop to the boardroom. Let's make sure your brand is heard. Contact us at advertise@primemedia.co.za today.
The conversation continues
on the Clement Manyathela Show.
Coming to you live from Katlehong.
702.
702.
Let's walk the talk.
Minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome back to the 702 special broadcast. This is the 702 Elections Town Hall meeting. We're live in Katlehong, and we are just about to hear from the residents of Katlehong now about what their issues are. We've got politicians that have already arrived here, authorities and government in Ekurhuleni, in the provincial government as well, and we'll bring them here to interface with the community of Katlehong. But right now, Tsidi Madia, let's hear from the residents of Katlehong what their issues are.
That's right. Thank you so much. We are going to give residents a chance. Please, can I just ask of you to try and keep it slightly tight, short, so that we can take in as many views as possible. Clement did point out that there are politicians at the back. They're going to answer to your questions. So let's try be a little bit quick. I'll give you up to 2 minutes maximum to make your point. Mama, sawubona njani? Asikhulume kancinci. Yini inkinga?
Sanibonani, inkinga yethu ngumhlali wesquatter camp okuthiwa i-Crossroad Informal Settlement. Lesa squatter camp, i-budget yaso iyaphuma, but akho nto eyenzekayo. Recently, kuthiwe siyariblockwa, sasaniswa amafomu, kwathiwa siyariblockwa. In the writing, kwekuthiwe sawakhela imikhukhu emitsha, ukhutshwe kulo mkhukhu wakho omdala, ufake kulo mtsha, kuthathwa amazenke alahlwe le. But that thing didn't happen. Budget iphumile. Kwathiwa sawufakela i-electricity, wavula indlela, sifakele i-electricity, sanikwa ne-stand number. But nothing is happening. 2021, umeya wayekhona umzwandile Masina wasilethela ama-toilet nge-Sunday ekuseni basizovota Monday. How bad it was. Nothing is going on in our squatting camp. Nothing at all, but every now and then, the budget, ngagila kule 2017 ngila ukhosi wathi na ibudget yase Crossroad nikona na sakikiza sathi yebo sikhona kwathiwa nathi ibudget electricity yangena i-company yayisebenza iCrossroad isiriblocker yahamba yokwenza phi eRamaphosa squatter camp bethenjiswe same thing esithenjisiwe. Today Ramaphosa ine electricity Crossroad ngamasimba kuphela asuka apha elokishini kugeleza wona eCrossroad. Sihlala kwimeko embi kakhulu eCrossroad.
Okay, ngiyabonga mama. Kalo mani igama lakho ma? Ma'am Christina Clemente, and it's an age-old issue. The formalization of informal settlements, promises coming at the very end before elections. You're told to go vote, you get your way, you remain without those promises being fulfilled. Sawubona mama, what is your name?
Ngikhala ngesakhiwo sase-Crossroad. E-Crossroad ngiqala ukuvota ngivotela uMandela. Kodwa yikho into elungiselwa thina. Asinayimpompi, asinama-toilet, asinagesi. Idrata azikho. Thina bogogo ngoba sigugile nje. Kufuna ukuthi silungise idrati lapha ukuthi kuvaleke ukuthi amanzi angangeni phakathi emkhukhwini.
Bazocela enye ithuba niyovota nge-29 bazothi siphindisele futhi nizokhona na
sizokhona ukwenzani mama
ukubavotela futhi khona laba ngithi bovotela uMandela ngo-94 baba uMandela i-ANC le izothi ngicela usifake futhi uzokhona mama
angeke ngikhona ngoba amadolo awasavuma amadolo ngingathumela abantwana
uthumela abantwana angeke ukhona baku-applyele wenza i-special vote bazokuwe mama ngiyabonga ne ngiyabonga gogo Clement, you got the gist of that. I move on now. Good morning, who am I speaking to? Khatliso, your sense of life in Ekurhuleni in 2024.
Yo, right again, hotata bathong, hotata. Imagine this way really run all over the place. Ke dula ko Katlehong mkona section ne. Hona le me ona lo a phone. Service hore re kopa ho tlo cleanwa jareteng because of storage ya run. Ko service teng e tlonka nako telele. Imagine mme wa 60 tlamele a tswa a ye shopong kapa a etse dintho tsa hae. A ke se kgone ho tswa. Service e teng but it takes time. People they will come nene ba ra kenya code re batla eng. Wa ba fa code ki ye eng but they take long. Those things it got batho. Imagine motho moholo awa a lemala mole. Sepetlele so ka se kwa hole. Clinic ha o ya botho ga tlamele o tlebe ambulance le yone ka nako telele. So those things are ke pity things but if they can put up those things hore ka fellow community toilet service stay sharp. That's all that we want.
All right, thank you so much, Clement. As you are hearing, waste is a major issue. I want you to think back about the so-called missing waste trucks that were spoken of, about Tembisa protests over waste collection under Tanya Campbell. So the city, Ekurhuleni, has seen a lot through these different mayors. Again, the theme is lots of promises and non-deliveries. Good morning, sir. Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Tato Kele.
Tato, your sense in Katlehong, 30 years into democratic South Africa.
The issue I have is the fields around Katlehong, sports fields, like facilities are not in good condition. If they can look at them, they are unplayable, and we are developing kids at the young age playing and getting injured in this field that are not being taken care of. Another thing that I have a concern with is the schools. The schools, as coaches, we are not hired by schools. They hire the teachers to teach these children football, whereas they only know about academics. They don't know about soccer. We should be the one who getting those vacancies as coaches around Katlehong. We are qualified, we have qualifications, but the principals and the teachers around the schools, they take the teachers to do those jobs that are supposed to be taken by the local coaches who have the experience of teaching those kids. So what they do, they go to the suburbs, because suburbs schools, they can hire you as a coach, but local schools, they take the teachers to do those kind of jobs. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your comments. Good morning, ma'am. How are you? What's your name?
I'm good, and you? My name is Morongwa Ramaru. I'm from Fosloras. So
That's where I was born. Kikasila Makas. No first Katlehong.
yeah, Fosloras Ikasila Makas. I'm from extension 28. So at 28 it came in 1992. But till now, 28 development ayikho. So but every time siya voter, si votela delivery service esingayiboni. Asinazo itrata extension 28. Sinama field are opened, of which I increase the rate of crime. Every day lang sala khona abantu bayabulalwa, abantwana besikolo mabaye esikolweni bayarejwa kulezi iganga leziya. Abantwana bathatha abantu babanjwa inkunzi, kuhijackwa imoto, and then mawuthi uyabheka siyavota but asazi ukuthi sivotela yini. And then mase raise ama concern about the community, ayikho into eyenzakalayo. Uthola ukuthi ubiza namaphoyisa of which ayasifeyila siwumzansi. Mina I'm a Green Door ambassador la ngihlala khona, I deal nama victims. So ubiza amaphoyisa from ekseni kuyozokushonila ngayiphoyisa lingavelanga. And then okusuka lapho ngalesikhathi se-load shedding sesekhona mawubabiza bakutshela ukuthi akunagezi manisicabangeli, of which lezi zinto lezo angazi ukuthi mabantu bafuna umsebenzi bangena basebenza, and then abazange ba-raise lawo ma-concern ukuthi angeke bakwazi ukuthi bavele emphakathini mangabe kune-load shedding. Mawuthi uyabheka asinawo ama-skills development for abantwana bethu be-youth. Mawuvuka ekuseni uphuma khona to khona i-youth ime emakhoneni, abantwana bayi-consume ama-substances. And then ayikho into eyenzakalayo, our government is failing us, because ngaba is fail ne-policy ye-rehabilitation ngaba ayisho ukuthi kufuna i-concern yomzali or ye-family, but umuntu makasi-discharge and then they don't need i-concern yakhe, abantwana ayikho into ababayenzela yona. So siyacela ku-government ukuthi akhe yenze into e-right. Mina ngokwami nje angiboni ukuthi i-vote elami ngizale phabani, but otherwise i-ANC failed us big time.
Okay, thank you so much. Those claims, Clement, are what the ANC must answer to. It has a new mayor, he is here. The ANC must speak to that when people go and vote. The issue of rehabilitation, I think you spoke about it in MLO. It is a recurring theme where there's not enough support. Government itself often speaks about a need to make sure that there's enough support to help with addiction amongst our youth. And again, here's another township, here's another city, a metro, where there's not sufficient support to help children, young people dealing with addiction. Good morning, sir. How are you? What is your name?
Good morning, CD. This is Dr. Malebu Pet Medicine.
Good morning, doctor. What is on your mind this morning?
Ke leka ho dumedisa batho bohle ba bokaneng mona ka jeno lena and raise their concern. The hospital. Bring back the hospital, ya rona, e tlohileng Tugatole, ha re tloha kwa, and forced removal. Re tliswa mo. The agreement with the apartheid government was that they will build a facility of health in Katlehong. That was one of the conditions, and it did happen.
That's the Natal Spruit Hospital.
Natal Spruit Hospital. We want it to be reinstated to its original place. We are told today, it's because of dolomite. Gauteng as a whole is dolomatic.
Yes, dolomitic land was the reason. Let's speak about this very quickly. Help me understand the impact of having the Natal Spruit Hospital moved to Foslo, becoming Telemorani. What is the impact? Have you seen the adverse effect of having the hospital being shut down here in Katlehong?
We were told it's dolomatic. But I'm saying, listen.
How has it affected the community? That's what I want to know.
It didn't. There was no negative effect in whatever way. It didn't affect you mean the Dolomite didn't affect?
The hospital being removed very quickly. I know they need to go to headlines.
Ooh, re na le bonkgono, man, re a sokola. Old age people can't travel to Flores. It's costly. We had this facility here. How do you remove a health facility? How do you do that?
Thank you so much, Dr. Clement. You are hearing those views. How do you do that? Remove a clinic, hospital from here.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, it's so sad hearing from the Gogos here who now have to make that long trip in order to get the health facilities. We're going to take the latest in Eyewitness News headlines. When we come back, we're going to continue with our special broadcast. This is the 702 Elections Town Hall meeting. Is the ANC here? Is the EFF here? Is the DA here? Is the Patriotic Alliance here? Mabahambe, is that what they're saying? Okay. There are other political parties that are represented here as well. Stay with us here on 702. It's 9:30. Sfiso Zulu has the latest in Eyewitness News headlines. Sfiso, good morning.
Thanks, Clement. Good morning. Gauteng Education MEC Madume Chilwane says a camp where 2 pupils died was not approved by the department. Madume is visiting the Davidson Skills Schools in Benoni this morning, which the special needs boys aged between 14 and 17 attended. The children drowned in the Henops River on Monday while taking part in an activity at the discipline camp organized by NGO Rising Stars Generation. The Electoral Commission has applied for leave to appeal a court order for it to expand voting stations abroad to include honorary consulates. The application was brought by the DA earlier this year. The party received complaints from South Africans living in Perth in Australia who couldn't use the honorary consulate as a voting station. And the United Nations Security Council will tomorrow vote on Palestine's application to become a full UN member state. Amid Israel's military offensive in Gaza, the Palestinians earlier this month revived a membership application first made to the world body in 2011. The US vetoed that request at the time. And those are the headlines. This Eyewitness News and more at 10 or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
Heading towards Midrand, that's leaving Centurion. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic. You can expect about a 10-minute delay. This is on the N1 southbound approaching Olifantsfontein Road due to an earlier accident. There's also slow-moving traffic in Bedfordview on the N3 northbound. This is between Van Buren and the Gilulis interchange. Also slow-moving traffic heading into the Joburg CBD on the M1 northbound approaching the Crown interchange. Also coming from Germiston heading into the Joburg CBD. Slow-moving traffic on the M2 westbound between Joe Slovo and the double-decker interchange. Look out for those faulty traffic lights in Alex at London and the N3. There's also traffic lights not working in Hatfield at Pretorius and Jan Shoba. If you come across any other traffic issues, please SMS us on 31702. We are also on X at EWN Traffic.
702 Afternoons
with Relebogile Maboja, 1 to 3 p.m.
I mean, I don't agree with 100% with everything you're saying, but I can tell you for a fact there will be a group of men who absolutely refuse for their children that they have claimed to have paternity tests done on them.
I'm one of those. I can raise any kid as long as the mom and the kid is happy to grow under my guidance. I can do that anytime. It's the principle, the right thing to do.
Ali from Ekurleni.
702 Afternoons
with Relebogile Maboja.
Let's walk the talk.
702 will be in conversation with the South African Avocado Growers Association talking about avos. Green-skinned and dark-skinned avocados are available in South Africa almost all year round and are delicious, nutritious and good value for money. Simply adding an avo to your pantry staples or leftovers, or by slicing, dicing or mashing avos as a topping takes your meal to another culinary level. So, no matter what you're planning for your next meal, always add an avo. The South African Avocado Growers Association. Visit avocado.co.za for more.
Enjoy the ultimate entertainment with Hollywood Bets' 25 Rand and 50 bonus spins. Play games like Hot Hollywood Bets and more. Sign up today and take a spin with Hollywood Bets. Bet online now. T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bets supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
We believe insurance should be as easy as pineapple. Underwritten by Omart Insure Limited, a licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP.
The Mazda CX-60 3.3L Turbo Diesel Mild Hybrid has launched in South Africa. Journey with 702 and Mazda on the experience of a lifetime. Catch Bongani Bingwa on Motoring with Mazda every Thursday on 702 Drive with John Pellman from 3 p.m. He'll be crossing in from different destinations behind the wheel of the formidable Mazda CX-60 3.3L Turbo Diesel Mild Hybrid. Visit primemediaplus.com to check out videos of these experiences. Succumb to its power. The all-new Mazda CX-60 3.3L Turbo Diesel Mild Hybrid.
The conversation continues
On the Clement Show.
Coming to you live from Katlehong.
702.
702.
Let's walk the talk.
It's 24 minutes before 10 o'clock. We are live from the DHW Community Hall in Katlehong for the 702 Elections Town Hall meeting. Very vibrant in the hall. There's been some singing that's been taking place here during the break. We've been hearing since we started the special broadcast from the residents of Katlehong. Before we bring in the politicians, we're hearing what their concerns are, what their service delivery issues are, and my colleague Tsidi Madia is the one facilitating that chat with them. Tsidi?
Thank you so much, Clement. I'm joined by House Beauty Mbata. You are from Katlehong?
Kosana section.
Let's talk about what's on your mind this morning. 30 years into democracy, a few weeks away from the 7th democratic elections.
Issue yami, issue yaseyikolweni sesi. Eyikolweni abantwana bethu bayabhuliwa. Abantwana bethu security ayikho right. So into engiyicelayo mina ku government kunama graduate ahleli angasebenzi, kunama nurses, kunama therapists, kunama psychologists, there's a lot. Sicela ukuthi bangenelele bahambe baye ezikolweni, kube nama offices ezikolweni, umntwana bakhona ukum identify ngespeed, umntana angakakhuli ne-anger, because abantwana bethu bakhula nge-anger, asingeke sazi ukuthi bayithathaphi, mhlambe emakhaya umntana uyayibona ukuthi kuyaliwa nje emakhaya, so uyayithatha leyo nto uyisa esikolweni. So sicela ukuthi lezo zinto zikhoneke ukuthi bakhona ukuzi-identify ama-psychologists.
So that psychological support for our kids. Thank you so much, Ms. Beauty. I'm going to have to move on to the next speaker. Thank you so much.
Siyabonga. Also sisi ama drugs sine problem ama drugs.
I've got the microphone, don't worry, I've got you.
Yeah, please. Sicela ukuthi ama drugs ebantwaneni bethu leyo issue leyo, it's very crucial.
Yes.
It is very crucial. Sicela ukuthi setshenzwe because abantu bebayisebenza ebesithembele kubo aboxolani baboshiwe. So siyacela ukuthi inakwe leyo issue. Ibalulekile abantwana bethu future yabo is going down.
Thank you, Sis Beauty. You are the second speaker to bring about the issue of rehabilitation, and I think that is a key issue. I see somebody in NC colors. The NC's gotten a fair bit of bashing. Good morning. What is your name? What's on your mind, sir?
Yes.
It's okay. I've got the microphone for you. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Siabong Ayende, and I'm from Ward 50. I'm based in Crete. What I'd like to highlight is that we lost certain basic service delivery services when we lost the municipality in 2021. Grass cutting was never done. Bese all over because the PTA, itati budget is down. Akuna budget eza election ezo make sure ukuthi abantu bethu ba safe. Grass cutting and then we also lost our street lights. Ama-street lights are being reported, ama-street lights awasasebenzi kumnyama, sicela nizosi-assista. However, mawufika e-town, la i-budget bebikhona, la e-town, la i-DA iphethe khona, kuyakhanya, ngapha kumnyama.
Did it get better when the ANC and the EFF got into government?
Kuyazameka, kuyazameka. It's not better, but yokugcina engicela ukukhuluma ngayo. Now, those are the basic ones. Ibhazari for abantwana basekuruleni. Abantwana basekuruleni abasayitholi ibhazari because of i-DA ayifuna abantu babe educated.
You blaming an old government. Thank you so much for your comments. DA people, I see you. You're more than welcome to come to the front to defend your party. Sir, please come forward. Hi, let's have a quick chat. I'm raising lots of issues. Are EFF and ANC bazama? I don't know. Good morning, sir. Your thoughts?
Good morning to you as well. My name is Lebogang Ramushu. I'm from Spruitview.
Guys, please let's give Lebogang a chance. Please let's hear him out. If you want to defend the DA, please come to the queue. Let's talk about it. Lebogang, go ahead.
Great stuff. Thank you very much. Good morning to your team as well. So I'm just here to talk about tourism in Katoras. So I'm a director of Katoras Tourism and like admin. So there's a lot of places whereby they closed, especially your sanctuaries, your freedom parks and everything, they're not utilized. So as Katoras Tourism, non-profit company, we're trying by all means to revive tourism in the area. So we have like hectic issues whereby we cannot even bring people to actually enjoy, the area. There's a lot of stigma that's going around, that there's a lot of violence and so forth. So we try by all means to create employment through like tourism and stuff, bringing people from abroad and stuff. So we'd like more like activity and like activation for the guys to open up the areas so that we can bring people and they can enjoy our area. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Lebogang. Good morning to you, sir. What is your name?
Morning, Kamabonga Mguni, from Spruitview, Ward 107, an ANC activist. Okumphethe kabuhlungu i-township economy. One thing that we are seeing is siyabona ama-malls ayakhiwa la emalokishini, but we've got so many professionals abakhona la emalokishini. We are not benefiting as some professionals in terms of our skills zethu. So asebenzisa kule zinto ezakhiwa la. I mean, for instance, our accountants abawasebenzisayo, they're using our accountants from white cities. It's white business coming into township economies. Bafika bathatha economy yethu. But at the same time, they're not leaving anything behind for Tina. So I'm quite concerned to know why are these companies being allowed to come emalokishini, taking our market share and not leaving anything for development of the community yethu. So engicela ukuthi nje sisikulungisa kakhulu ukuthi we should wake up singabantu abamnyama, take back our economies, because bayayibona economy khona. I mean, if bengayibona economy, why did they come back after looting? They can see there is an economy la emalokishini and they're exploiting it. But black professionals, we're not getting anything in return.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Hi, sir. Please come forward. I keep moving to the back. Please come forward. Good morning. What is your name? What's on your mind?
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Philip Ndimande. I'd like to thank 702 for giving me this opportunity to come and speak. I'd like to differ a bit and be positive. I'm a born free myself. It's because of the ANC, and I see people are not communicating about it. My father is a pensioner. Did not have funds for me to go to varsity, but because of the NSC and NSFAS, I was able to go and learn for free. Till today, I haven't received a message saying I owe, and it was never a loan. It's for free.
Thank you so much. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much. It's a positive message. I take it. Thank you. Good morning. I've got the microphone for you, Ma. What's your name? What's on your mind?
I'm Malifuma Khashule, and then I'm Ward 50 from ATA. I heard one of the ANC members says the ATA is ruling.
Yes, that you're taking money to white suburban areas and not the townships.
But we have only 6 months, so I don't know, maybe it is so kanjani. And secondly, from 1997, since I was a student, last week on the 3rd of March, I went there. They say to me, I'm still in the waiting list. Until when? From 97 until 2024. So I don't know what is happening. So they're always promising us empty promises, and they can't fulfill our needs as a community.
Thank you so much, Ma. Waiting for a house from 1997 till now. Earlier, Alpha Ramushwana told you, Clement, that there's issues around housing in the area. Good morning. I see you in your red regalia. What is your name, sir, from the EFFC?
Yes. I'm Simpiwe Silepe from Munahing section here in Ward 50.
Talk to us.
Yeah, so over the past, past 30 years, I think maybe we have 20 years where we don't have a stadium. And there's a constant budget. And there's a budget every year for the stadium. Right here next door, there's a swimming pool that hasn't worked for over 20 years as well. So what we'd like to see as the EFF is the revitalization of Katlehong in general, in every sector.
But you're in charge.
But for how many days though?
You've been in charge for some time now. You said you wanted an opportunity to lead. You're in charge. The EFF is part of the government in Ekurhuleni, is it not?
But for how long? I mean, the ANC has been in charge for the past 30 years. The stadium has been like that for how long now? So as the EFF coming in, those are the areas that we'll be trying to improve or going to improve.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We're gonna take some, okay?
Okay, a few more.
Wait,
All
before
right.
we do, the fighters clapping, I want to take a few WhatsApp voice notes in a moment, and
Okay.
then we'll come back to Tsirimadia with the more views and inputs and concerns from the residents of Katlehong. You can send us your voice notes on 072 702 1702. Here's what some of you have had to say.
Hi, Clement. It's Patricia here from Togoza. Clement, can whoever is responsible for safety there, can they address the issue of ATM bombings? Since the beginning of this year, I might be wrong, but there has been more than 5 ATMs that have been bombed, or even more than. We can't stay in a community where bombs are going off while we are sleeping and children are scared. Can we please address that?
Hey, Clement, one of you are brave, eh? You guys went to Kwesini Hostel. Yes. I used to stay there, Kosaluma View. Yeah, we saw horrible things that the guys Bago Kwesini and Mazibugo Hostel were doing. Yeah, look at Togoza. So, okay, big up to you for having the courage to go to Katlehong. That's my hometown. Love it.
Morning, Clement. It's Mhlengwe here in Bramfisherville. Regarding the issue of housing or dilapidated state of units in hostels, these dwellers, hostel dwellers, are to blame themselves. I'll give you an example. Dube Hostel, it was refurbished. They had decent units built, bathroom inside, kitchenette, lounge, but they refused to move in because they don't want to pay. And then the next thing, the whole project was vandalized. Just drive to Dube Hostel and see. It's shocking. The government cannot just keep on throwing money, to uplift people who are not interested at all. Nice show as always. Thanks, Clement.
Good morning, 702 listeners. Clement, I fully agree with what Tsirimadi has just said. I've also lived in Katlehong for the most part of my life. What we have experienced in Ekurhuleni was the downward spiral of service delivery was caused by these coalitions. These coalitions definitely are not going to work in our country because politicians are just after power and that's it. They forget about the people, especially when they get into power. So, yeah, I fully agree with what Sidi has just said. Thank you. You speaking to Lebona from Padima section in Katlehong.
Good morning, Clement. What I can say you about the hostel were not meant for the family units. Hostel are hostel for men. And then what caused the hostel not to be attended? They don't pay the services. If you don't pay, you are not going to get the service. That's it, Ben.
The conversation continues
On the Clement Manyathela Show.
Coming to you live from Katlehong.
702. Let's walk the talk.
It's going up to 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for your WhatsApp voice notes. Let's go back to Tsirimadia and the residents of Katlehong here at the W Community Hall.
Good morning. We met a little bit earlier on. What are your thoughts?
Good morning, Tidi. My name is Mapefo Mukwena. I stay here in Katlehong. And Clement, please do me this favor when the politicians come. Do ask them if they are saying they are busy. They are busy with what? Because they should be busy saving us. I'm a disgruntled card-carrying member of ANC. I live just opposite the water tank. There was an erection of a water tank just opposite my house. When they were digging there, the earth was rattling, and I lost 58 glasses. And my window pane, some cracked, some broke. I spoke to the CPF, who took the matter to the councillor, who promised that he will come to me. He never came, and the CPF kept going to him until she gave me the number of the councillor. I started communicating directly with him. Up to date, he has never come to my... He keeps promising, and I remind him. Say, I'm still waiting, because when I called the people to replace the window panes, when they take out the old party from the window, the others crack. So I wanted them to come so they can come with a professional who can see. Now I'm living in a house with broken and cracked windows.
Okay, thank you so much, Osma Pefo. Thank you so much. Dumelang Malekai, how are you? It's okay.
Oh,
You can just speak.
okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I reside here in Katlehong. My name is Elina Ndima. I just want to thank the ANC, which gave us dignity. Today, we've got houses, left and right. Sky City. Can I continue?
Yes, you can. Guys, give it a chance. You're getting some cheers, you're getting some laughter, you can continue.
Okay, the ANC revolutionized houses. We've got Sky City.
Guys, give her a chance, please.
We've got Helderweg. People have been moved. The problem is that people are being moved to houses. They sell them, they go back to Mkukwini. I just want to also to thank what has happened in council. The ANC have been given power again, even if it's not 100% absolute power. I just want to thank, because, hold on, it's my opportunity,
okay,
yes. The past 2.5 years, ANC didn't have power. The service delivery before, we could see left and right. The DA took over, the budget went to town, but now the budget is going to be, hold on. The budget is going to come, it's going to come to the people.
Okay.
The council, the ANC is going to revolutionize again houses.
Okay, thank you, Melina. I have to give other people a chance. Thank you, Melina. Hi, sir. What is your name?
It's Moses Gama from Tsohang Youth Project.
Okay, let's
Yes.
what's on your mind quickly?
Yeah.
Let's make it short so we can give other people a chance. Please.
No,
There's a long queue.
it's said, Mayor Alina is the former councillor of the same ward. You don't have to look far. The lady that just spoke, former councillor. Look at this thing.
It's falling apart and she's praising the ANC.
Just look at this thing. When you come in, it's like the same infrastructure which was done by even apartheid. They're even failing to maintain those things. We don't have adequate resource in patient treatment centers, halfway houses, and aftercare. We don't have what you call harm reduction programs within our space. The rate of unemployment is still high. When you look at Intapo, I can show you the sewer.
I don't have time to look at the sewer, but I want to see the picture. As soon as you're
The
done,
picture?
I'll look at the picture. I'll come to you. I won't
Yes,
forget.
but the reality is that they've decimally failed. They must accept the fact that they've failed. This thing of trying to put the blame on DA is not going to work, and it's not working.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Dumelang pa lekai. Okay, let's give him a chance. Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Kenin Kwanyana from here, Ward 50.
Sure. What's on your mind, Abutkin?
Yeah, it's just one or two things quickly.
Let's be very quick.
I will be quick, but let me give you context first. Context is important in a sentence. I was part of the Paralink development project in Soweto when Tokyo was still a premier. And if you go to Soweto today and see development that is there, that para area is a city. Where I come from in Katlehong, when you actually come in all the way from entry to Mandela, Itogoza, Ilogishiletu has become a slum. There's been no development whatsoever. You actually move from entry up to Mandela up to entry. Kunama toilet ongawazi ukuthi awani because lezi ndlu lezi ezakhiwe Mandela zakhiwe zinama toilet. Lama toilet agcwele anukela abantu abasenhlapho lapho. We don't know ukuthi awani because there are people who are benefiting out of that.
All right.
We want to see it development. We want to see eradication. Eyalama toilet and the councillor last 15 yalbona likon. We don't understand why gunala ama toilet.
Let's see if we can get answers for you. Thank you so much, Pa. Good morning, Ma. I'm running out of time. I'm going to ask you to be very quick.
Umazondo lokhulumayo.
Ma'am Zondo, please let's be quick.
Yes, mina ngizokhuluma nge-restitution le-old location. U-government wakhipha i-517 million ngo-2014 for abantu abayi-700 ababuya ku-old location. Abantu abathole imali kule 700 abayi-200. Thini 300 asikakayitholi imali. Kuloku kubizwa ama-meetings ukuthi sikhulume ukuthi bazahamba bayibuyele emuva. Manje ngiyathuka mina ukuthi if le government iyaphuma le ngenayo sizoyithola le mali.
So you are worried about the ANC losing power because of promises. I don't know if that's enough, Ma. I don't know if that's enough, Ma. Hi, how are you? Say a young person. Who am I speaking to?
Sanmanani.
Guys, let's give her a chance. We're almost done. Let's give her a chance. What's your name?
Okay, Kamala Mnonkulego Msembu, Award 52. So mina into engifuna ukuyazi ukuthi umehluko uzoba kuphi. Just because remember lawa ama political parties amanye they're from ANC. Basuke ku ANC bayenza amanye ama political parties to ukuthi angazi kuzoyenzakalani. Umehluko uzoba kuphi? I-service delivery sizoyithola nini? Because umehluko awukho. Whether noma i-ANC ephathayo or i-EFF or DA what angeke bayenze. Because now bona bale phezulu they don't see.
So what's the way forward quickly?
I don't know, but they must tell us because they're coming.
Okay, thank you. They must tell us, because we're running out of time. Please come forward, sir, because we've completely run out of time. We're almost out of town. Hold on. So hi, please. Okay? Kiteng, what's on your mind? You're the last person we're going to take a view from for now.
Yeah. It's Tato Pozani, BNB in Katlehong. Mine is maybe looking more into the solution side. I think the issues with service delivery are well documented. We know about them. The ANC is also trying. We can see the trains are coming, load shedding is ending. But I think the issue here on my mind is about community safety. The police are, especially the transportation, is very visible by its absence, Hadiyo, and communities are beginning to take community safety into their own hands. For instance, neighborhood watches are beginning to take over to fill that gap. Shouldn't the government be looking at also standing to fund the community policing itself?
Thank you so much. You were short and sweet. I have run out of time. They'll give you that answer. Thank you so much. Clement, that's the floor from here in Katlehong about the many, many issues and some solutions on the way forward.
And after the news at 10 o'clock, we're going to hear from the freshly minted mayor of Ekurhuleni, Nkosi Mpile Xakaza. We also have the MEC of Finance in Gauteng, Jacob Mamabolo. We'll start with them after the news at 10 o'clock. We're not done hearing from you. We'll still give you more opportunities to ask them direct questions and to continue raising your issues in the next 2 hours. It's 2 minutes now before 10 o'clock.
702 Online has moved to primemediaplus.com. We've upgraded your online and mobile experience. It's sleeker, fresher than ever, high quality and faster streaming. 24/7. Get upgraded and get involved. Hit primemediaplus.com or download the app from your app store.
All my vehicles and goods in transit are covered by My Way Business Insurance. Plus, I've got 24/7 emergency assistance to tow, recover, and repair.
SMS MOVE to 44430 to move your business to the next level. My Way is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's and C's apply.
All unregistered residential schemes are operating illegally. That's why the Register Your Residential Scheme campaign invites all unregistered schemes to legally register with the CSOS. You can do this by completing and submitting the CS1 form on csosconnect.org.za. And for more info, simply call CSOS on 0800 000 653. The CSOS is a Section 3A entity of the Department of Human Settlements established to regulate and resolve disputes in community schemes.
Which premium range of SUVs has it all? Haval H6 is the answer. From the stylish and reliable H6 to the eco-friendly, fuel-efficient HEV or even the exhilarating GT, there's one for everyone. Drive the H6 model of your choice from just 6,099 Rand per month. 10% deposit over 72 months at prime minus 2.65% with the 40% balloon. Visit haval.co/offers for full T's and C's. Haval H6 SUVs. Intelligence in motion.
The Money Show.
Weekday evenings at 6.
On your next Money Show, Warren Ingram co-founded Galileo Capital, answering that persistent and everlasting and most often asked question of all times: how am I supposed to save money when I don't have enough income? Then Rona Kapoldas at Signal Risk will take us around the African continent and, of course, also all the big money and finance stories next time on The Money Show.
The Money Show
with Bruce Whitfield on 702.
702.
Let's walk the talk.
The Money Show with Bruce Whitfield is brought to you by ABSA. The ABSA Insight series explores the story of money throughout the continent. Whether you find yourself operating in formal or informal economies, large enterprises, or the most ambitious SMEs, ABSA understands the importance of money to your story. And ABSA invites you to write your story with them. Your story matters. ABSA is a registered FSP.
This is Eyewitness News.
Good morning, I'm Sfiso Zulu. Gauteng Education MEC Matume Chilwane says a camp where 2 pupils died was not approved by the department. Matume is visiting the Davidton Skills School in Benoni this morning, which the special needs boys aged between 14 and 17 attended. The children drowned in the Hanops River on Monday while taking part in an activity at the discipline camp, which was organized by NGO Rising Stars Generation. They had been there since last Friday. Mongezi Koko has more.
90 pupils, no educators, no lifeguards, and yet sent on a trip which was not approved by the provincial department. That's how Astern Matume Chilwane relayed the events leading up to the tragedy. Chilwane says those responsible will be punished.
We find ourselves in a position where we have to suspend our educators.
He says that although the pair and the 88 others were special needs children, the school failed to take precautionary measures. Mongezi Koko, Eyewitness News, Davidton Skills School.
Elderly residents in Katlehong say the ANC government has failed to deliver its promises to improve the lives of historically disadvantaged communities. They've criticized the governing party for neglecting people who have voted them into power 30 years ago. Dozens of residents are gathered at a community hall in the township this morning, where 702 is hosting its second election town hall. Alfara Mushwana is there.
But otherwise the ANC failed us big time.
This is the view of an avid ANC supporter who says the party has forgotten its values over the years. This elderly woman says service delivery in the community is almost non-existent.
We don't have toilets. There's no electricity as well. There are also no roads. How do they expect elderly citizens to live under such conditions?
Newly elected Ekurhuleni Mayor Dr. Kagaza will respond to the concerns. Alpha Ramushwana, Eyewitness News, Katlehong.
The Electoral Commission has applied for leave to appeal a court order for it to expand voting stations abroad to include honorary consulates. The application was brought by the DA earlier this year. The party received complaints from South Africans living in Perth in Australia who couldn't use the honorary consulate as a voting station. The IEC argues that honorary consuls have no state power and therefore cannot conduct elections. However, this argument was rejected by the Electoral Court last week. Tabiso Goba has more.
The Electoral Court is still to hand out the reasoned judgment regarding the honorary consulate matter. The Electoral Commission has argued that voting stations abroad can only be set up in South African embassies, consulates and offices of the High Commissioner. However, the Electoral Court's order now includes honorary consuls to this list. Deputy Chief Electoral Officer Masego Shehuri says the IEC has written to the Department of International Relations to ascertain who bears the responsibility of ensuring honorary consuls have the required staff and equipment to administer the elections.
To establish from them the steps that they are able to take in the time remaining before the election to give effect to the order of the court.
The IEC says there are over 58,000 South Africans registered to vote abroad. Tabiso Goba, Eyewitness News.
And the United Nations Security Council will tomorrow vote on Palestine's application to become a full UN member state. Amid Israel's military offensive in Gaza, the Palestinians earlier this month revived a membership application first made to the world body 2011. The US vetoed that request. The General Assembly can admit a new member state with a 2/3 majority vote, but only after the Security Council gives its recommendation. Tomorrow's vote will coincide with a Security Council meeting scheduled several weeks ago to discuss the situation in Gaza, which ministers from several Arab countries are expected to attend. The Palestinians, who have had observer status at the United Nations since 2012, have lobbied for years to gain full membership. Gold is trading at $2,379.87 an ounce. The rand is at 19.04 to the dollar, 23.75 to the pound, 20.24 to the euro. Brent crude oil is at $89.65 a barrel.
Midrand, we still have bumper-to-bumper traffic. This is on the N1 southbound between Brakfontein Road and Olifantsfontein Road, while in Edenville, expect some delays. This is on the R24 westbound between Edenville Road and the Gilulis interchange. Also heading towards the Joburg CBD, traffic remains sluggish. This is on the M1 northbound between Poisons Road and the double-decker section.
A partly cloudy day in store for Gauteng today, with isolated showers and thunder showers expected. The temperatures will peak at highs between 20 and 22 degrees. The top story in Eyewitness News this hour: Gauteng Education MEC Matumeshilwane says a camp where 2 pupils died was not approved by the department.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or the new EWN app.
This is the Clement Manyathela Show.
Live
from Katlehong, 702.
702.
Let's walk the talk.
It's 7 minutes after 10 o'clock. Dumelang, welcome to the second hour of the 702 Elections Town Hall meeting. This is the special broadcast of the Clement Manyathela Show. Thank you for staying with us here on 702. We truly, truly appreciate it. I'm going to ask that we please settle down. Let's sit. Let's get ready for this session of the Town Hall meeting, because we are about to begin. Thank you very much. Let's come in. Let's settle in. We are just about to begin. We're going to bring in the officials, all of them, to come and sit. And we're going to start with the session. If you're listening to us and you've just joined us, you're listening to this special broadcast on the Clement Manyathela Show. It's the 702 Special Elections Town Hall meeting that is taking place now between 9, we started at 9 o'clock and we'll be wrapping up at 12 o'clock. Now, are we ready to go? Are we good? Can we just take it down a bit? We will take your questions. We will get you to engage with the guests. I'm going to be introducing them in a moment. It's 8 minutes now after 10 o'clock.
Leading community Community Conversations. This is the Clement Manyathela Show, live
From Katlehong, 702.
702.
Let's walk the talk.
Real clients, really awesome service. Here's Diane.
My wife was diagnosed with a very rare form of cancer. Within just over a year, my wife had passed. We basically had two claims, the critical illness and the life claim. And the process was so easy. I highly recommend Outsurance.
Isn't it time you got more from your insurer? SMS LIFE to 32521 now. Outsurance, licensed insurer and FSP. T's and C's online.
Brush, stroke, paint, color, protect, and admire. From roof paint to exterior textures and interior silk, Warrior Paints has it all. The product range and stylish colors are amazing. And what's more, Warrior Paints has crushed prices for incredible savings. Enjoy that good old-fashioned personal service you deserve. For price, quality, variety, and service, Warrior Paints is street ahead. Warrior Paints, affordable, lasting, luxury.
To walk the talk is to turn words into meaningful actions. And it's what we at 702 are committed to doing every day. We're also committed to following the rules set out by the Broadcasting Complaints Commission's Code of Conduct. To give you balanced programming, fair comment, and accurate news. But if we stumble along the way and you feel we're not living up to the code, let us know on comment@702.co.za. And if after that you're still not happy, you can direct your complaint in writing to the Broadcasting Complaints Commission, PO Box 412365, Craig Hall 2024. For more, visit bccsa.co.za.
This week on The Masked Singer South Africa, expect more electrifying performances as 4 brand new masked celebrities, Tortoise, Giraffe, Diamond, and Millie, take to the stage.
When the sun shines, we'll shine together.
Who will be your favorite mask? Uncover the mystery this Saturday on The Masked Singer South Africa at 6:30 p.m. on S3, in association with Andelex and powered by KitKat.
Leading community conversations. This is the Clement Manyathela Show, live
From Katlehong, 702.
702.
Let's walk the talk.
You're listening to some party members here at the DHW Community Hall in Katlehong, where we are hosting the 702 Elections Town Hall meeting, singing as we are just about to engage the politicians, the people in authority, people that are in government. I'm going to introduce the guests that we have this morning, and then we will give you an opportunity to ask your questions directly to them. We'll give you an opportunity to react to what they say. So I will start with Nkosindipile Xakaza, who is the mayor of Ekurhuleni for a couple of days now. And for the sake of the people of Ekurhuleni, Mayor Xakaza, I hope for a much longer period so that there's stability in the metro. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Morning. I did not get a brief on your name.
Clement.
Clement, yes.
Thank you very much.
Sibulisa kakhulu kumphakathi wase Katlehong. Hoy hoy Ekurhuleni hoy hoy.
We also have with us here Sizakele Masuku, who is the MMC for Community Safety. MMC, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Clement. Let me first start by greeting the panel, your good selves, 702. Zoithola kanjani? Mawuhlele khoneni? Thank you very much.
We also have the MMC for Environment and Waste Management, Leshaka Manamela, who's also an EFF MMC.
No, thank
Thank you very much, Clement, and greetings to...
Let's take it down, guys.
Thank you very much, Clement, and greetings to the Executive Mayor, the MEC, and the MMC Masugu, and your audience here, and the community of Katlehong at large.
Thank you very much. We also have the province, the Gauteng provincial government represented. The MEC of Finance, Jacob Mamabolo, is with us. MEC, thank you for also joining this town hall meeting.
Thank you very much, and good morning to you, Clement. Let me take the opportunity to greet and congratulate the mayor and the mayoral committee, and wish them well. But also let me greet everybody here, the residents of Katlehong, Ekurhuleni, broadly, and Gauteng, and to all the listeners. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I'm going to ask that we just allow the guests to speak. When I'm asking the questions, you can differ with them, you can disagree with them, but it's not going to help us if you are drowning them, because we want to hear what they have to say. We will give you an opportunity. CD still has the mic. We'll give you an opportunity to challenge what they say. We'll give you an opportunity to ask them direct questions as well. So let's just give each other an opportunity to speak. Mayor, I want to start with you. Sidi Madia has been hearing from the residents of Ekurhuleni, the residents of Katlehong, about what their concerns are, and there are many that have been raised. And the kind of picture you get is that there's really been a failure on political parties and politicians. This is not just to the ANC, it's not just to the EFF, it's not just to the DA, but over the last couple of years, as politicians, you have really failed the people of Katlehong, the people of Ekurhuleni. What do you say to them?
No, thank you very much for the opportunity. MEC, greetings to you, and thank you very much for the well wishes. I must say that our focus at this stage is on stabilizing council, because we have been successfully elected as a mayor of Ekurhuleni unopposed. We'll take courage in that decision by council, and we think we want to build from there to build stability and ensure that we consolidate a program that will ensure that there is that will ensure that there is sustainable and impactful service delivery to our people. And I think I just felt that maybe I must make that commitment, maybe as a starting point, that the areas of water, of energy, of waste, potholes will be the critical areas that we have to look at. We know the situation even here in Katlehong. As you enter, there's a Tekema project that we need to actually ensure that we fast track so that the sewer challenges are actually resolved. But I must say that over the years, there has been a stability, there's been a impactful and visible service delivery. From the organization where I come from, the ANC, we know from the mayorship of Bavumile Vilagazi, the mayorship of Duma Nkosi, the mayorship of Mondli Kungubele, the mayorship of Mzwandile Masina, how we have been able to deliver, to bring about service delivery in Ekurhuleni, in Kaitoras area, but Ekurhuleni broadly. The statistics, they speak for themselves. I mean, how many houses have we been able to electrify? How many houses have we been able to provide with water, with sewer? In the last term, we've been able to drive infrastructure programs. I mean, you can see some of the reservoirs, 39 reservoirs that we've been able to build, including in the area of human settlements. We're driving 100,000 housing development, Sky City, which benefits largely the communities of the South. It's one of the beautiful projects, some of the projects in the Palm Ridge, some of the projects as we enter the area of Phosphorus, which in the last 2 years, they've actually stalled. And those are the things that we must be able to fast track in the area of human settlements. So I'm saying there has been impactful, decisive leadership. focused leadership. Of course, the choice of the electorate in 2021 presented us with what we have today. That resulted in this type of coalitions that we have. We think we've lost a lot in the past 2.5 years. We have to catch up. We have to give confidence to our communities that there is leadership beyond party lines, because that's what our communities are calling for. Of course, we draw strength from the ANC. We draw courage from the collective wisdom of the ANC, because the ANC is quite experienced. Over the years, we have been governing. We know where we have faltered. We've presented programs of renewal. We've presented programs of step aside. It's up to the electorate really to look at some of the programs that we put up, because some of the people who want step aside, they go around, they set up parties, they still have a following. So really it's up to our people, and we appreciate these opportunities because we really get to clarify.
Okay, we'll come back
people,
to some of those issues. MMC Masuku, as an MMC of Community Safety, after having heard what the residents of Katlehong have raised about the issues of crime, about the issues of safety, from what you heard, what is your department doing and has been doing to try and respond to those concerns?
Thank you very much, Clement. I won't say I heard anything because we were in a meeting just before we came in here. We were outside, but we were in a committed meeting. But the issue of crime, it's a countrywide problem that we are having. But as a city, as I came in to office last year before this term with Mayor Xhakaza, there have been plans that were put in place. There have been units that have been formed to deal categorically with issues of crime because they differ. You don't just get one type of a crime, but many different types. We have a pandemic that is zamazamas now, that are killing our communities, and they're now trying to get into townships. They don't only stay in those areas where they dig. And we have a unit for that, and there have been a lot of successes. In the past 3 weeks that I was not in the office, because it's a redeployment for me, there has been successes. Unfortunately, I don't have those statistics, but there has been those successes. And it's something that is number one on our plate as this mayoral committee, that we must make sure that we deal with the issues of crime. We combat crime in our areas. We have a launch that is coming soon, that we are going to be launching the operation that is called Haingekaslam, because we don't agree that communities should be sitting afraid where they are. A girl child can never go on the streets. After 5 o'clock, you can't send your kid to a shop. But these operations we are doing, they are not only done by the EMPDs, we are doing them jointly with the SEPs in the region, We're doing them with the other security clusters, even in the province. Others you would see especially in the informal settlements, where even when you're looking for a criminal, it's not easy to trace. National deploys also the SADF to come and assist us down here. So it's something that we don't sleep even ourselves, because remember, before we were mayoral members, we're also community members. We were also parents.
Except you probably are driving in cars with security.
But
the residents here don't have that opportunity.
But true. True that, Clement, but hence you said it very well, we are driving. We're not sleeping in those cars. Those people are going to their places after our duty. I go to my place, they go to their place. Unfortunately, I can't afford a 24/7 security. I'm also a community member. I also have families. Let's say, for instance, I have security during the day. I have families, I have kids. I'm also a community member. That you must not forget. Thank you very much.
MMC Manyathela, let me bring you in here. The issue of waste management has been quite a big one. Here on 702, we get calls from people who complained about the lack of waste collection. In fact, some people tell us they start even contributing monies in their communities so that they can get private services for waste to be collected. What's going on with that department? What did you find? What have you been able to fix?
Okay, no, thank you very much, Mr. Manyathela. The issue with the Waste Department in Ekurhuleni, the reality of the matter is that we have inherited almost a collapsed department in terms of service delivery, and it is true. And when we took over last year around April, and finding out that there are too many things that are not going on the way they were supposed to be going on, we have deliberately actually started with a campaign called Clean Your Kasi Namhlanje, where from the organization that has deployed us has taught us that we need to be physically on the ground with those workers assisting. And we have also had some sort of an open door policy where community members, if they identified areas that needs to be cleaned, will intervene immediately. But one of the challenges that we have experienced along the way, and the EM will know this because during the previous terms, MEICO, we will have some sort of frustration and we'll speak about it. The manner with which the waste collection has been done in the city, there are areas where they've been outsourced to a certain service providers. And then there are areas which the city of Ekurhuleni is responsible from actually collecting those refuse. So in the main, the issues where we have had are challenges in areas like Chembisa, at times, around here in Thokoza, Spruit, Palm Ridge, those are outsourced areas where service providers at times, they will pull out their services because of other issues that we were not aware of. So, but we had to intervene in that regard to say we are not going to be held at ransom by the service providers that have signed a contract with the city to provide a particular service. And if they are not able to provide those services, then we'll be left with no choice but to intervene in that regard. But since then, we have tried to find each other, and I can tell you that before the end of this the term of Mayor Ngotwana, before the term, we have had actually found our feet. We were stepping in the right direction. The challenges are there. We are not going to sit in front of the audience of Katlehong and Ekurhuleni to say everything was 100%, but we were on the right direction. And we are hoping that from where we are, with the guidance of the Executive Mayor, Dr. Kagaza, we will continue in that particular right path. Thank you very much.
MEC Jacob Mamabolo, there are some of the issues that are raised by the residents here, some of which are also for the competency of the provincial government. You arrived here much earlier. You've heard some of what the residents have raised. What's been your intervention as the provincial government? What have you been able to do? Where have you been able to intervene?
Once more, thank you very much. Let me start by just commenting the executive mayor. You can clearly hear that there's new leadership, confidence, and of course that's very important for the people. So I think clearly no doubt that the new broom is going to clean and sweep very well. And congratulations, Executive Mayor. I think you are giving us good courage. I'm here, Clement, as you would know, representing the Premier of the province, Premier Panyaza Lesufi, who's doing an excellent job in the province, leading the provincial government that is led by the African National Congress. And I can give you a bit of detail on some of, let me give you 4 examples where we think we have done very well. Just because of time, we won't be able to go into all of them. But I think to the residents of Katlehong, Ekurhuleni, it's important to state the following, that just in the last 2 years or so, that the Premier has taken over, we have managed to strengthen capacity for crime fighting in the province. And we have, it is a fact, we have employed 7,000 crime prevention wardens. that are on the ground are doing good work. The budget of the Department of Community Safety in the last 2 years before Premier Lesufi took over was just slightly below 1 billion rand. That budget, as we speak, is around 2.3 and is going to grow to about 7 billion rands in the next 3 years. So that's one thing that is very real. Let's look at job creation, Nasi spanning. The Premier of the province has reported that in the State of the Province address, we are on record having said 90,000 young people in this province already have been taken out of unemployment. They've got something to put on the table across the province. And we have now partnered with national government, with the Minister of Labour, Minister Tulas Ngesi. We are going to unleash a partnership with the TVET colleges, with SETAs, with us as the provincial government, to create even massive thousands of opportunities for job creation in the province. And those are facts. The other important issue is on energy. We have said that, whilst as a province, energy is not one of our mandates, we have partnered with City Power. What have we done? We have delivered massive transformers in different townships in the province to connect the people for electricity. So the transformer program is doing wonders on the ground. There are people who couldn't have electricity, not so much because of load shedding, but transformers. The last one before you stop me. The most critical one is, we said to the residents of Gauteng, all of them, we were going to decommission and scrap e-tolls. Under Premier Panyaza Lesufi, the e-tolls have been scrapped, and the people of Gauteng are quite happy about that. So I was just, there are also issues of housing, of human settlement that I've also listened to, that I've heard. And I would like to say to the people that those areas where they are saying there's been money set aside, but the houses have not yet been built or delivered to the people, we will work with the new leadership here and the MEC of Human Settlement to make sure that we provide specific information on the hostels. Right. So there's still a lot. Wi-Fi. There's a lot of things that the NC government is doing to improve the quality of...
We still have some time.
Thank you.
We still have some time, and they will be raising some of those issues with you again. Would you say, though, do you accept that it's fair for me to say to you that some of the interventions you've made as the ANC, you are fixing the problems you've started? When you talk about transformers, load shedding is a result of the incapability of the government and the people that they've appointed. That's a problem that started in your administration at national level. You are fixing that. E-tolls wasn't started by the DA or the EFF or the IFP. It was under the ANC government. Do you accept that as much as you need credit for fixing this, these are problems that you've created yourselves as the governing party?
I think what is very important, it's the ANC government made commitments to attend to these issues, to resolve them as problems and challenges that are there. And they've been attended to a large extent. We're not saying everything is well and good, but at least there's good progress and evidence to support that.
But you created these problems.
Well, I think let me say this to you. There's no denial that in the course of ANC, leading the country, improving the quality of lives of the people, there will have been challenges and some of the... But there are others that are deeply historical. For example, we all know, and it's an undeniable fact, that when the infrastructure for electricity energy supply was not designed in the first place to meet a huge demand for the population of this country, it was meant for the few. But that as it may be, I think what is good now is look at the transformers we are putting. Today with City Power, we'll be unveiling 50 megawatts into the grid.
Okay.
So the e-tolls have been resolved. We're creating jobs. So some of this,
MEC,
some of the issues. Yes, I've considered the point.
I needed you to concede that. Because
Some of them.
Thabo Mbeki is the former president who's come and apologized to South Africans and said, we were told many years ago that we need to build new infrastructure for electricity, and we didn't do that. And he apologized to South Africans. So that's not really a historical problem. If as the ANC government you did your job and you created this infrastructure, we wouldn't be here. It's 25 minutes now before 11 o'clock. Let's get the latest in Eyewitness News headlines. When we come back, I'm going to go to Tsiri Madia, who's going to take some questions, or if you want to respond to the mayor, the MMC, the two MMCs here, the MEC of Finance in Gauteng as well. Get ready with your questions, your inputs as well. Sviso, good morning.
Thanks, Clement. Good morning. We begin with news just in. Following a 2-month upswing, headline inflation softened to 5.3% in March, down from the 5.6% seen in February. The rate, which measures the change in prices in a basket of goods, has held its ground between 5% and 6% since September last year. SSA released the latest inflation reading just a short while ago. Elderly residents in Katlehong say the ANC government has failed to deliver its promises to improve the lives of historically disadvantaged communities. They've criticized the governing party for neglecting people who have voted them into power 30 years ago. Dozens of residents are gathered at a community hall in the area this morning where 702 is hosting its second election town hall. And UK Foreign Secretary David Cameron says or has urged Israel to do as little as possible to escalate tensions in the Middle East ahead of talks with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Israel has vowed to retaliate after Iran's missile and drone attack at the weekend. The UK says it will push Israel to rein in the scale of its response over fears it could lead to a wider war. And those are the headlines. This Eyewitness News and more at 11 or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
In Germiston, heading towards Alberton, there's slow-moving traffic. This is in Germiston on Heidelberg Road between the N3 and Vereeniging Road, while in Edenvale, there's still slow-moving traffic. On the R24 westbound between Edenvale Road and the Kilulis interchange, if you are heading towards Edenvale, this is coming out of Kempton Park opposite OR Tambo International Airport. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic on the R21 northbound between Atlas Road and Pomona Road. There's also faulty traffic lights in North Riding at Malibonga Drive and Witkoppen. Traffic lights out of order at 16th Avenue and New Road. That's in the Midrand area. Heading towards the Joburg CBD, traffic sluggish. This is in the Killarney area. Looks like there's an accident scene on the M1 southbound. That's near Oxford Road, causing heavy delays all the way from Killarney Bains. Also look out for those traffic lights not working in Bryanston at Winnie Mandela Drive and Sloane. If you come across any other traffic issues, please SMS us on 31702. We are also on X at EWN Traffic.
Bongani Bingwa, 702 Breakfast.
Weekday mornings, 6 to 9.
We've got Sylvester. Chivalry, is it dead?
Absolutely not. I still open doors for my wife. But like you also, if we are in a lift, I'll let you go in first and I'll let you get out first. But not because you're a woman. But when we go out, I make it a point to tell my wife, gonna get cold, take a jacket.
And if she doesn't, what do?
I'm not taking out mine for you. It's cold. You're gonna get flu. Yeah, no, she gets cold, she's on her own.
Bongani Bingwa, 6 to 9.
On 702.
2024 marks 30 years of democracy. The Golden Province of Gauteng boasts a myriad of attractions and sites that celebrates this remarkable journey to freedom that everyone enjoys today. Use this month of April to reflect and explore these sites in celebration of the journey traveled so far. From the Apartheid Museum, the Lilies Leaf Farm, and the Constitution Hill in Johannesburg, the Sharpeville Human Rights Precinct in Sidibeng, the OR Tambo Cultural Precinct in Ekurhuleni, and the Freedom Park in Tshwane. Don't miss out as they use the strides gained over the last 30 years to power the Gauteng of the future. Visit gauteng.net or download the Visit Gauteng mobile app for more.
Medical aid plans, they're normally like this.
So, you'll need to take this form and this. So don't forget this too. Okay, wait. Don't forget this one. Wait. Okay, done.
My back!
Sorry, sir. That's gonna have to come out of your savings.
At Bonitas, we make our plans simple, so they're easy to understand. We also offer a benefit booster and a range of other benefits that don't come off your savings. Visit bonitas.co.za when you need us. Bonitas, medical aid for South Africa. T's and C's apply.
Access to business cash flow and funding can be a challenge. With Vodalend Business Term Advance, you can get up to 5 million rand worth of accessible funding. Applying takes 10 minutes online, and within 24 hours, the cash is in your account. So you can build your business your way. To qualify, you must be in business for over 12 months with a yearly turnover of 500,000 Rand or 40,000 Rand per month. Search Vodalend online to get started. T's and C's apply. Vodacom Financial Services.
The Johannesburg World Festival of Food and Drink is returning to Emperor's Palace. Look forward to a diversity of international street food and music. Showcase your foodie business at our What's Trending food market. Categories include vegan and vegetarian, budget food, healthy diet disciplines, home-baked culture, and more. To showcase your business or for more vendor information, email Rita at imagineeringcorp.co.za. Brought to you in partnership with Prime Media.
Covering the issues that matter to you.
It's the Clement Manyathela Show.
Live
from Katlehong
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
It's 20 minutes before 11 o'clock. Welcome to the special coverage of the Clement Manyathela Show. We're live from Katlehong at the DHW Community Hall. This is the 702 Elections Town Hall meeting. We've got on stage with us the MEC of Finance, Jacob Mamabulo. We've got the freshly minted mayor of Ekurhuleni, Nkosi Ndiphile Xakaza. We've got the MMC for Community Safety, Sizakele Masuku, and the MMC for Environment and Waste Management, that is Leshaka Manamela. I'm going to go to Tsidimadia, who's got some of the community members here who've got questions, who've got some response as well to some of what the authorities have said. But before I do, Mayor, I wanted to just get a sense from you on how confident you are of your executive council that you have announced just the other day. How confident are you that these are the people that are going to turn things around in Ekurhuleni after so many years of instability and lack of service delivery?
Yeah, no, thank you very much. I think all the councillors, they've been elected by communities. We've got 224 councillors in Ekurhuleni. They are a product of a community vote. And we trust that the communities would have gone through a vigorous process to identify them as leaders. And I'm saying that is one process. The second process is that we have nominated or appointed this team on the basis of their experience in council currently. But what is important is that the legislation bestows the powers and the executive authority in the mayor. And I think it is at that point where we must plan, we must give leadership, we must ensure that there's accountability and there's consequence management. And I think the buck stops with the mayor because there is no, if you look at the MEC here sitting next to me, he's a member of the executive council. He has been provided with executive powers. And this team here, they are members of the mayoral committee. They don't have executive powers. It is the mayor that has got executive powers. They are appointed to assist the mayor. So we are a team that must actually take, for purposes of planning, for purposes of government, for purposes, because the mayor can't be everywhere. The mayor can't be in Katlehong. I have to deploy someone to look after service delivery in Katlehong. I can't be in waste. I have to deploy someone to look after waste.
And you have to deploy people you have confidence in.
Of course.
Do you have confidence
that
in
is
all
why
of your
I'm
MMCs?
that is why I'm saying these are people that we've been working with.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the political parties where they come.
But do you
where they
have
come from.
confidence in all the MMCs you've appointed?
I'm saying I belong to a council of 224 councils.
Mayor,
What is important?
You've appointed MMCs.
Yes.
Do you have confidence
I
in all the
I would not
MMCs?
have appointed them if I did not have confidence.
The reason I'm asking you that is because you've spoken publicly before about Nkululeko Dunga, who holds a very important strategic position of finance. And you've said that you don't think he's done a good job. Some of your comrades in the ANC have also indicated that much, that since he's taken over that portfolio, in fact, it's been messy.
No, let me correct you. We've said we want change and reconfiguration. We want leadership. We want commitment, right? That's what we said we want.
No, you have said. I can play you that clip if you want me to.
No, you can.
I can play you that clip.
No, you can't play.
You have said.
You are free to play it.
You have said when you look at the finance portfolio, it leaves a lot to be desired.
Of course.
So how do you then come in as mayor and appoint the very same person that you said has not done a good job?
No, we said we need leadership. And the leadership is at the top. This team, that's why I'm saying there's a difference in terms of how we're organized in metros. We've got a mayoral system. In other metros, in Durban, for instance, they've got an executive system. Here we have the mayor, and the mayor calls the shot in terms of what must happen. Now, we don't have problem. It doesn't matter. You've had MMC Lishagaman ML. He said it here. Through the guidance and the leadership of the mayor, we must sort out waste in Eguruleni. And that's the tone that we're setting.
Sidi Madia?
Oh, so sorry. Thank you so much, Clement. I'm just struggling with the political leaders who cannot concede when it's so clear. Thank you so much. I am on the floor. Can I ask you all, it's a long queue. Can I ask you to keep it short? I'm giving you 40 seconds each. Please do not be upset when I cut you. It is to give other people a chance. I want to give as many people a chance. Benny, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sorry.
Owami umbuzo uyiwanda ngibuya from Ward 48. Ngihlala la eMfukeng. Sinenkinga ye sewage elapha eMfukeng. Even namanje noma usingahamba nsiye khona sothola sinenkinga yama sewage. And then okwesibili indaba yalapha enyokeni now kwamanje mangibheka isiboma 30 years lama bangana electricity ngale, and then if the buyer apply unale ndaba leyo ukuthi iEscom ayikwazi ukuthi ize ngale because ngathi ikhansela ayifuni abantu bangale babe ne-electricity.
Okay, but Benny, thank you so much for your time. So Nomvola, I see you. Please come forward. Come closer to me. Move closer to me. Thank you. Yes, let's speak.
Sanbanan. Amandla, comrades. Ngithanda ukubonga uPanyaza ngama program awayenzayo ungisize kakhulu. Amandla. Comrades ngize la ngihamba nabogogo. Abogogo sibuya from Ward 61. Abogogo bathuthwa la bathuthwa khona babafaka ngale.
Don't worry, Nomvola, talk to me.
Abogogo basuswa bafaka ngale next to Sky City 88 bathi ndawo khona extension 9. Abogogo ngicela umuve kancane naba abogogo abanye baze bayashona bashonela lapha ya babafaka ema toilet babafaka edendini ezingaka ezinkulu ezingaka ama delivery service lapha yana awekho mawufuna iambulance melo ilanda lese clean ambulance for abogogo akuna clinic abogogo makumele abogogo bathole i-service ama-ambulance kumele uhambe ugijima uyolanda i-ambulance lena because abogogo i-ambulance ayikhona ukungena and enye into.
Thank you. I'm going to cut you because I want to give other people a chance. We had this conversation, Nomvola. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning. Please, let's keep it brief.
Dumelang. Ke nna Rebecca ke tswa ko Ward 49. Ko section ya ko Mtsamai section. Ke tlile ka bothata ba electricity. Re kanyeditswe electricity e leng hore e ya re hlola. Ke di spill meter a di sebetse di meter box tsa teng. Ha o reka voucher ha e kene. O tla dula wa 3 resources na gas o ya next door o lo plaka o re batla gore be le electricity ha di sebetse di-boxes tsa teng and re ntsha di-500 rand per house 135 houses re ntsha di-500 rand each house re batla gore kenyetsa motlakase ga ona ntho a re thuse ka next ga re batlong ka di-box tsa bona tse sa sebetseng ba re jetsa gore re etse petition re etse jwang petition ha re ko bona tong le tlo re thusa ba batla re thusa bonkgono ba yalla speed meter ka beke o reka electricity ya 1,000 rand a week bonkgono ba yalla a week
1,000 rand
1,000 rand a week electricity.
All right, thank you.
1,000 rand.
Let's hear the answers. Okay. Let's get more views so we can get the answers from the leaders who are here. Good morning. Talk to us.
Morning.
Please just hold on. Please hold on.
Abuti.
Just hold on. Please hold on. Be fair. No. Please be fair.
Just hold on,
Okay, wait.
Abuti, hold on.
No. Say your piece.
You can talk.
It's targeted at you. Is
Yes,
it?
because I said
Give
I
him a
wanted to
chance.
talk about Spanish.
Give him a chance. Give her a chance. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Morning. Okay, Abdi Clement, problem e ke na le yona ke Nasispani from Panyaza. So I feel like Ntoya Nasispani is just a joke for people. I've done going there on Saturday. Ha ke fitla mole, le nna ke batla ho bona hore mosebetsi ke tla o thola. I came there inside, they gave me a form. I asked them the form for what? They said, tlamele ke tlatse for mosebetsi. So there were no computers, they didn't even capture anyone there. The whole South Africa was applying for that job with the paper. When the pallet is 1 million, who will ke matlo e capture computer, and there were no computer. I came by 7 o'clock, there were nothing. Second one, it's about safety. When you're talking about safety, safety mama, safety ya re sokodisa because those people who steal around mo Katlehong, I am from Ward 48. So batho ba utswang ke batho e leng bana le bona ba leng under influence of drugs. So they will never say there are people ba utswang from outside.
Okay.
So again, I will never allow a police. I did go to a police station. When I entered there, I found police shaking hand with a drug dealer. So as a community, if drug dealers can get inside our police station, talking to our police, how will we become safe?
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. Hi, sir. Yes, quickly.
Thank you very much. This is Baneti Machona from Ward 51 in Ekurhuleni. First and foremost, I just want to remind everyone that they must not forget that power lies in the hands of the people. And this is not only the power to make a vote, but it is also the power to make a change in our own communities. So when we are being motivated to vote for people to change our lives, let us also take it into ourselves and to ourselves to change our communities by taking into consideration what is called abstract-based community development. And then I do have a question. Comrade Jacob Mamabulo, the Panyapanyas are certifying documents at the police station while crime is happening in our communities. It is something that you, Comrade Sizagele, you must work hand in hand with the provincial government to make sure that community safety in the hands of the Panyapanyas is also evident in our communities.
Thank you. I'm going to leave you there. I think he raises an important point about our own role as community members, but he also poses a question about safety, and it's an ongoing theme. Unemployment, safety. Back to you, Clement.
Yeah, let's start with you, MEC Mamabolo. I'll give the mayor an opportunity to respond to some of what has been raised, the MMC as well, with you as well, MMC Manamela, because there were issues around waste and sewage that were raised. MEC?
Thank you very much once more. I think the issues that, let me start with acknowledging the point that is made on, the need for the crime prevention wardens. I guess the principle is for them to do even more to make sure that they improve performance on fighting crime and of course, making sure that the people feel safe. I think that point, we will raise it. The call is making that they need to do more. This we will take up with community safety. So the point is acknowledged. The overall issues around, I think, crime prevention are noted, and we will make sure that we engage the MEC of community safety to even deal with some of these issues that are of concern to communities. The Nasispani matter, it would have been very good, Clement, to just get the details of where did this happen, and the speaker who raised this issue. I'll plead that we get where did this incident happen, where there were no computers, there was no proper administration of what has happened. I think it's an area that we'll need to follow up. We are here with the officials who will note that issue. But if the speaker can provide us with the details so that we can make a follow-up on that issue. I think the rest of the issues that I have noted, I can leave them to the executive mayor and the MMCs.
Mayor?
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you very much again, Clement. I could see the TD is not convinced by my authority as an executive mayor. Of course, we're presented with these challenges because of coalition. We can only exercise our leadership and our executive authority, but the final arbiter also lies with the party, to which extent are they willing to cooperate and commit. But what is important on the sewer issues, there are sewer issues in Katlehong, and we know about them. And these are the areas where we intend to look at. One of the issues that we've actually had that we're trying to fix now was on the budget allocation. In the IDPs, some of the monies were removed from the Tekema project. We must restore those monies back to the Tekema project. I must say that the Eguruleni, Gauteng, Katlehong areas, we've got the city has grown. I mean, in terms of residential growth due to urbanization, issues of migration, and all that, and it does impact on our infrastructure. So we continue to work to upgrade the infrastructure to cater for the growing demands. But the other challenge is challenges of environment in this area. Challenges of the area is highly dolomitic. There's challenges of sinkhole. It does impact on the infrastructure and the reliability of this infrastructure. It presents a lot of challenges in terms of the flow of the sewer from one area until the pump station. And the other issue that is a problem is communities themselves throwing foreign objects into the sewer line. And that is where we must run many community awarenesses, because the sewer line is designed to carry that which you flush and that which you shower and so forth. No hard stuff. Our communities, when there is funerals and so forth, they slaughter, they throw all those things into the sewer line. It really creates a lot of problems. It is a fact. It is a fact. Daily, they open up the sewer line. They even channel flood water. Flood water, if it's raining, look at around summer season, where there's lots of rains. The sewer blocks all the time, because every community, once they do precast, once they build umtangala and so forth, they channel water to the sewer line. It creates a lot of problems. And I'm saying we must use also these platforms as education, because one of the areas that we must strengthen is this awareness. Sewer lines are not created to throw any foreign object, because there's stormwater lines. Stormwater channel and sewer lines are two separate things. And I'm saying our communities, they have to appreciate that. I mean, if you look at the high-lying areas, type of the things that are being done into the soil line, it does affect the communities that are at the lower levels, because that's where pumps must actually happen.
Yeah, MMC, I just want us to, just before we go to the news, quickly, your response to some of the community-related, safety-related issues that we raised.
Okay, thank you very much, Clement. You know, the speaker who spoke, Ngepoisa, that was shaking the hand with a drug dealer. Before she came in, somehow she read my mind, because I wanted to say, as the leaders from the African National Congress, we are from the school of thought, because the issue of crime, it starts la uhlala khona wena endlini. Because we initiated the street committees when leading was not fashionable, that from your street, from your area where you stay, you must be able, when yourself, to be a security. When I grew up, I'll make an example. When I grew up, my brother was that strict because we never had a father. My brother, you would never, that was not happening. Nowadays, it's a different story. Allow me space.
Yeah, go ahead, MMC.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm saying street committees, we must know our areas. Because crime ikula where we stay, we give even people that we can't even trace to it's who from where.
What does she do when she sees a police officer shaking hands?
I'm coming there. I'm just making an example that crime, we can combat crime from excellent as communities. The police that shaking hand with a drug lord must create as details while your police station and amapoisa, they are not above the law themselves. Because there is IP that deals strictly with cases,
Yeah.
so that can be dealt with.
Okay.
The issue of panya, as the local government, the provincial government, and the national government, we are integrated. We work hand in glove with those structures. And panya, I know for a fact that they've been deployed to areas as the corner election. So that integration has been done already. Thank you very much.
Okay, after the news, I'll give MMC Manyathela to respond to the issue around sewage. I'll also give you another round to ask more questions and inputs before I release the politicians here on stage. It's 11 o'clock.
This is the sound of Kate's heartbeat when we asked her if she will be able to maintain her standard of living when she retires. This is the sound of Kate's heartbeat when we told her that she can switch her RA on the FNB app and get 1% back in eBucks, as well as get a discount on her current account fees in eBucks or cash.
Sure.
Switch to FNB and take full control of your money matters. That's help in one. T's and C's apply. FNB Investor Services Pty Limited, an authorized financial services provider.
Oh, Shane, do you have a sore throat? The Andalex range of lozenges offers two options. At the first signs of an irritated, scratchy throat, use Andalex lozenges for dual-action, soothing relief. But for a painful, inflamed throat, use Andalex C lozenges for triple-action, pain relief. Andalex, SA's #1 choice for a sore mouth and throat. Andalex lozenges are available at all leading pharmacies and supermarkets.
Just Andalex it.
Hello? Are you still there? Good. I thought we lost you. Insurance without the noise. Pineapple.co.za. Underwritten by Omart Insure Limited, a licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP.
This is Eyewitness News.
Good morning, I'm Sviso Zulu. Following a 2-month upswing, headline inflation softened to 5.3% in March, down from 5.6% seen in February. The rate, which measures the change in prices in a basket of goods, has held its ground between 5% and 6% since September last year. Stats SA released the latest inflation reading a short while ago. It comes on the back of mixed outlook, with economists divided on what to expect. Stats SA Chief Director for Price Statistics, Patrick Kelly.
Categories with the highest annual price changes in March were miscellaneous goods and services, education, health, and housing and utilities. Stats SA surveys education fees once a year in March. Education was 6.3% more expensive in 2024 than it was in 2023.
Gauteng Education MEC Madume Chilwane says a camp where 2 pupils died was not approved by the department. Madume has been visiting the Davidton Skills School in Benoni this morning, which the special needs boys aged between 14 and 17 attended. The children drowned in the Henops River on Monday while taking part at an activity at the disciplined camp organized by an NGO. They had been there since last Friday. Mongezi Koko has more.
90 pupils, no educators, no lifeguards, and yet sent on a trip which was not approved by the provincial department. That's how Stern Madume Chilwane relayed the events leading up to the tragedy. Chilwane says those responsible will be punished.
We find ourselves in a position where we have to suspend our educators.
He says that although the pair and the 88 others were special needs children, the school failed to take precautionary measures. Mongezi Koko, Eyewitness News, Davidton Skills School.
Elderly residents in Katlehong say the ANC government has failed to deliver its promises to improve the lives of historically disadvantaged communities. They've criticized the governing party for neglecting people who have voted them into power 30 years ago. Dozens of residents are gathered at a community hall in the township this morning where 702 is hosting its second election town hall. Alfara Mushwana is there.
But otherwise the ANC failed us big time.
This is the view of an avid ANC supporter who says the party has forgotten its values over the years. This elderly woman says service delivery in the community is almost non-existent.
We don't have toilets. There's no electricity as well. There are also no roads. How do they expect elderly citizens to live under such conditions?
Newly elected Ekurhuleni Mayor Dr. Kagaza will respond to the concerns. Alpha Ramushwana, Eyewitness News, Katlehong.
UK Foreign Secretary David Cameron has urged Israel to do as little as possible to escalate tensions in the Middle East ahead of talks with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Israel has vowed to retaliate after Iran's missile and drone attack at the weekend. The UK says it will push Israel to rein in the scale of its response over fears it could lead to a wider war. Cameron has defended Britain's involvement in intercepting the missiles fired by Iran.
I think we were right because what we're trying to do here is prevent escalation. What we did, alongside the Americans, but they played a far greater role, as did the Israeli Defense Shield, was to stop weapons killing people in Israel.
Gold is trading at $2,379.87 an ounce. The rand is at 19.04 to the dollar, 23.75 to the pound, 20.24 to the euro. Brent crude at $89.65 a barrel.
In Springs, you can still expect about a 30-minute delay on Paul Kruger between Cowles and Main Reef Road, while in Edenville heading towards Bedford View. There's slow-moving traffic on the R24 westbound between Edenville Road and the Giluli's interchange, and traffic lights still not working in North Riding at Malibongo Drive and Witkoppen.
A partly cloudy day in store for Gauteng today with isolated showers and thunder showers expected. The temperatures will peak at highs between 20 and 22 degrees. The top story in Eyewitness News this hour. Following a 2-month upswing, headline inflation softened to 5.3% in March, down from 5.6% seen in February.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or the new EWN app.
This is the Clement Manyathela Show.
Live
from Katlehong, 702.
702.
Let's walk the talk.
All right, it's 7 minutes after 11 o'clock. We are back on air. We're live from Katlehong at the DHW Community Hall. We've been hearing from those in government, the politicians, but we've also heard from the residents of Katlehong. If you've just joined us, this is the special broadcast of the Clement Manyathela Show. It's the 702 Elections Town Hall. We've got the Mayor of Ekurhuleni with us, Nkosinphile Xakaza. We have Sizakele Masuku, who is the MMC for Community Safety. We've got Jacob Mamabulo representing the Gauteng Provincial Government. He's the MEC of Finance. We've got the Ekurhuleni MMC for Environment and Waste Management. Leshaka Manamela. We are going to be bringing in a moment some of the parties that are represented in council, but also other parties that are going to be contesting elections for the first time. We've got Action SA here, we've got the DA, we've got BOSA, we've got the Patriotic Alliance. I saw the MK party here as well. So we're going to bring them to join this discussion as we continue hearing from the residents. But before we go back to Tsidi Madia, MMC Manamela, if you can please respond to the issues around waste that were raised earlier by the residents.
Okay, no, thank you very much.
Please, can we settle down? Can we please settle down so we can give the MMC the opportunity to respond? We'll come back to you in a moment.
No, thank you very much, Ntate Manyathela. The issues of waste, they were not raised per se, but I will try to answer on the issue of sewer in Ward 48.
Oh, yes, sewer.
Yeah, in Mofugen section, Abuti Beni. I would first like to say maybe at the end of this session, but the issue around sewer, I think the mayor has touched on it. One of the issues that we are having challenges with in relation to sewer network, it is that the infrastructure was never actually upgraded and the population is growing. The city of Ekurhuleni currently has around 1.3 to 1.4 million households. You can tell that, and the sewer system was never upgraded that much. But secondly, we are not going to win this war only as a municipality without collaboration with our communities. We would like to appeal to them to actually mind what they are flushing. That's one. Two, when we are cleaning our yard, we need to be careful not to clean over things on the stormwater drainage because some of those objects might find themselves in the sewer network, and that is where we are going to have issues of unending sewer blockages. So we would like to appeal to our communities to really take care of the sewer network and to look after what the issues that they will be taking under there.
Okay. Sidi Madia, let's take a few more questions and then we'll go over to the parties and give the guests an opportunity to respond.
Thank you so much, Mama. So short and sweet. I see you in your blue t-shirt. What's on your mind?
Okay, mina.
I've got the microphone for you. It's okay.
Okay. Ngusibongile Nkosi ngihlale Ward 50. Mina ngikhala nge-electricity sithi. Le speed meter abasifakele sona. Siyadla. Noma kune load shedding, ama units ayadla, iyadleka.
Thank you so much.
Ithatha 2 weeks 1,000 njengoba lo sisashilo. 2 weeks 1,000. Masithi uthenga ama-shop, i-target yethu ayiphumi. Iviki lonke kimi ayiphumi.
Okay. Ngiyabonga mane. More electricity woes, it's expensive. Let me speak now to somebody in an Action SA t-shirt. Okay, Mr. Mutaung.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Talk to me.
Two things. To the mayor, le MMC, babua ka taba tsa foreign objects in the drainage system. But we've got a culture of non-maintenance. Our systems are not being maintained, and that is why we live and we exist in a space of dilapidated infrastructure. Hadia maintain on toto. So lastly to the mayor, I've seen he's made some interesting appointments in his mayoral committee. Some of those people have been responsible for the comments made by the AG in terms of procurement, the 2 billion that was given to 6 security companies aligned to EFF. Thank you.
Thank you. That issue around the mayoral committee will always follow you around, Mayor. How do you explain keeping the same faces in your executive? Hi, good afternoon, Fighter. Good morning. I keep saying good afternoon. Please forgive me. Yes.
Oh, thank you very much, House City. My question is, let me greet also the panel and Mr. Clement as well. My question is going to be to MMC of Environment and Waste, Mr. Shagamana Mela. We have seen a significant change in the environment and around Ekurhuleni in terms of cleanliness and waste removal. With that said, what are now the plans to make sure that we see total change in environment, largely because you've been appointed back as MMC for environmental and waste. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. I think I've got time for just one more. Please keep it very brief to give him a chance to respond.
Ngicela nje ubuza nje ku mayor
into yobana ngaba uzokwenza sure kanjani ngale ndaba yokuqashwa. Okokuqala i-security u-insourcer ekuruleng abayenzi loo nto leyo. And then ngibuye ndize kule nto yesipande sika Mr. Panyaza soba ngaba uzokwenza kanjani ukuthi sure into yoba ngaba employer abantu aba-right not ama-comrade.
Thank you so much. I see you are just here. I'm giving you a very last shot. Doctor, I do see you've had a chance. Please let me give him a chance quickly. Please keep it brief. I see you.
What I'm about to say is that if you spoke about the police and the service delivery and everything, if you don't have a solution for crime, please don't come to us and lie to us. Because we see the police every day taking extortion from the drug dealers. Number two, the only thing that ANC has built, that you've been saying, ANC has built beautiful houses. Wait, ANC has built beautiful houses and we know that it was Zuma that made those houses to be possible. So what I'm saying is, the only thing that ANC has built that is beautiful is that park, that Inyoni Park that is useless, that we're not doing anything with it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I do see you. I don't have time. Clement, back to you.
Well, thank you very much. Mayor, most of the questions were directed to you. The 2 billion rand, what the AG said, and contracts being given to people that are linked to the EFF. What's your response?
No, we did say, we did say, one, we are studying the AG's report. That's what we committed. We note the regress from the clean audit that the previous mayors from the ANC government have worked for. We need to restore that clean audit. So we will be launching an Operation Clean Audit that will be sitting in the desk of the mayor. And we're going to have a State of the Cities address in the next week or so. And what is important is that we must commit to our people in terms of how we're going to be addressing those issues in greater detail. We know about the security program. It is under investigations. And
what is the security? What the contracts that are given to people linked to the EFF?
No, we don't know whether. There's nobody who's written we are linked to the EFF. There is nobody. How do you say you are linked to the EFF? What we know is that there would have been an outcry about the awards of the security contracts. And investigations was commissioned, and we will then be looking at that report. In the AG's report, in terms of the auditors, that contract is not there. There's no finding on that contract in the AG's report. But we will be looking closely at the AG's report in terms of the other areas that have actually contributed to regress. And those areas are indeed in the area of supply chain. In the areas of preparation of supply chain, of financial statements, the city is still good. In the areas of performance information, the city is still good. But of course, we have then said, should we find transgressions where deviation has actually been caused, consequences management, that is what we will apply. And if that supply chain is a purview of administrators. It's a purview of the city manager, the CFO, and the administration. But if there is proven that there's hands of politicians, consequences, we're not going to be. It doesn't matter where you are. We have to ensure that we give confidence to our people that we mean business when we talk about clean government.
All right. Sidi Madia, you are there with other political parties?
I am. I'm here with a couple of new players as well as some old hands who've been in government for a little while and now are not. Golden, who is a part of the Democratic Alliance. I'll start with you. You've been listening to a lot of the views that have been coming out from a lot of people. Golden Matuna, what do you make of what you're hearing and mostly the complaints from residents? Because some of the complaints are targeted at the DA when you were in charge.
No, thank you very much, Tidi. Good morning, listeners, and our listeners at home. I think it's proper for us. As a DA to start. In 2021 when we took over the government of Ekurhuleni Tidi. Obviously, as a party that took over in 2021 after local government elections, we found irregularities in the administration. First of all, we need to get back to basics, right? And how do you do that? I mean, we found out that there's a lot of irregularities within the administration, right? I'll point out to the issue of, the issue of waste, to be exact. We found out the department has went down, on their knees because of the HOD, right? And as a party, the DA-led minority government, we then initiated the issue of, the suspension for the HOD for environmental waste because, the department was down on its knees. There were sewage, there were, waste collection. There was no waste collection in the city, right? When you look at Katlehong, to be specific, when you start from, there's a stadium called, just there by the social garage. So the Huntersville Stadium, right? So you look at the sewage from the Sontonga Street up to the Makakula, right? So we needed to start with those issues, right? In order for us to be able to run the government clearly. So the ANC government, has been there for 30 years. So obviously as a new government, we need to first start cleaning before you can, start with the service delivery. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Golden. I want to now actually go to Action SA. Siyanda Makubo, your party tried to put up a candidate, but really it was a lost cause. You are listening to members really of the new leadership that's supposed to take Ekurhuleni forward. Your sentiments?
Angibonge kakhulu Tsidi nabahlali bakhona, and we greet the leadership. Okokuqala is Action SA. We arrived in 2021 into the space. And the first thing that we did is that we formed government with a DA. But we realized that the DA was not equipped to govern the city of Ekurhuleni, and that's why we left. Okwesibili, when we became an opposition in council, one of the things that we did is that we wanted to be an effective opposition, holding those who are in government accountable. And that is why we submitted the vote of no confidence to remove Mayor Ngodwana, who was a puppet mayor, captured by the EFF. And this is very true. And we were successful in removing the puppet mayor. Now we have Mayor Chagaza. Mayor Chagaza, what does Mayor Chagaza? He retains the very same problematic EFF into government. And we are questioning this. We are questioning this, Mayor Chagaza, because we know that there's allegations against MMC Dunga chowing the monies of Ekurhuleni. We are questioning MMC Manamela is sitting there. Rubbish has not been collected in the city of Ekurhuleni. He's sitting there and has not been doing anything, but you retained him. You took Ngodwana back to corporate shared services. We are asking Chagaza, what is the plan for the residents of the city of Ekurhuleni? Your days are numbered in the ANC, and we know that Panyaza is using the city to get back power. You must fall. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that, Siyanda. Joining me now is the Gauteng Provincial Chairperson of the Patriotic Alliance. Guys, please let's give Dino Peterson a chance. Let's hear from the Patriotic Alliance, I beg, please. Let's give Dino a chance. Dino, your thoughts. I'm really looking to hear what your take is from what's been presented, but also your thoughts on what the residents are complaining about life in Ekurhuleni.
Thank you and good morning to all the listeners. And I hope nobody's going to demand that I stand because I'm sitting in a wheelchair. But I think from the Patriotic Alliance side, I must say the concerns that these residents have been raising are the same concerns that they are raising through our IDP processes as well. And the unfortunate part about this is that when we come to an election season, we will listen to the same complaints over and over again, but there's really no political will to fix the problems of these residents. We cannot, especially in an area like the Katlehong area where dolomite is a huge issue, where dolomite causes sinkholes that causes sewage overflows, but we are still talking about the problem and not about the solution. We are still talking about issues of residents. The housing waiting list in the province, I think, is over 400,000 at this stage. People have been waiting. Now we are moving away from freestanding houses. We are building something called breaking new ground, BNG units. How will a grandmother that was a granny in 1994 stay on the third floor in a BNG unit? She will never be able to get up there. So we have lost the plot. Our government that is supposed to be speaking to the issues of black people don't understand the issues of black people.
Thank you so much, Dino. I want to bring in Ayanda Ali from Bosa. Now, Build One South Africa is not in council. You are watching, she says yet, we are watching a mess really unfolding in Ekurhuleni's councils. 3 mayors in 3 years. We don't even know how long Dr. Kakaza will be in that seat as it stands. Your thoughts about what you're watching?
Thank you so much. Ngicela ukuqala ndibulisa umphakathi olapha nabaphathi bethu, ndiyabulela kakhulu. Ndizawuqala nje ndijonge nina because nina abantu ababalekile apha kule ndawo namhlanje. Sidi, you ask a very important question. I just want to say to umama who's responsible for safety ne security apha, uthi umama issues of crime are not exclusive to this location. She is right. Crime is not something that's exclusive to Kataras. It's a national problem. And you know why? Because the African National Congress is a national problem. Aba is South Africa. The problem, yeah, African National Congress, is that we take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. The African National Congress is a Kupa freedom in 1994. After giving you freedom in 1994, they give you economic and psychosocial bondage for the rest of the 30 years that they are here. The African National Congress will tell you that we will give you houses and then they don't give you title deeds. The African National Congress will tell you that we electrify all communities and then they slap you with load shedding. They will tell you that we are giving you water by building dams and then they don't maintain the infrastructure so that the water from the dams does not reach your taps. 40% of the water gets lost in the system. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. They tell you that we will give you imisebenzi, but imisebenzi that they talk about ihamba ngamasename imisebenzi yabo. It's about who you know apha kule ward kule council. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Sitizi iletengo. We are confused. Ixesha liyahamba, iminyaka iyahamba. We have seen no progress because 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And they are quick to then say, we want to blame apartheid. We inherited this mess. I just want to say in closing, they've inherited indiscriminately because nenkohlakalo ye apartheid, they also inherited nayo.
Thank you.
Ayanda definitely stirred up the room. Now, Clement, I've always known Ayanda was a politician, but she absolutely stirred up the room. Guys, let's give other parties a chance. Okay. Hold on. There is no need to fight. There's no need to fight. We can have different opinions. There's no need to fight. Hold on. There's no need for a scuffle. Please, guys, there's no need for a scuffle. Let's give other people a chance. Clement, heated tempers rising here at this event, but we are going to give Clement, tempers are heated a little bit here. I see a bit of scuffling between the EFF and the ANC. Guys, please, let's calm down.
Can we please, can we calm down?
I see you.
Can we please calm down so we can hear from other political parties? ANC, you've got to give other people a chance. Dr. Kagaza, you are a convener in this region. Please speak to your members. They've got to give other parties a chance. Doctor, you're also a convener here. Please speak to your members. We need you.
Please speak to your ANC members. They've got to give others a chance, please.
What was she saying, the Bosa person? She said nothing about Bosa.
It's okay, it's okay.
No,
you need to ask your members to allow others to be heard.
But why do you invite
They're not
people here
inviting
who
others
says
to be
nothing?
heard.
Why do you invite people who says nothing about themselves? They've got nothing to say.
That's
really.
okay. I'm asking you to allow your members to give people a chance to speak.
No, but why do you give people a chance who've got nothing to say? I mean, you've said nothing. Who is Bosa? We still don't know.
John Perlman. Weekdays weekday afternoons.
3 to 6.
What would you say to the argument that business would say, well, we do support the media, we take out adverts, and we're not of a mind to invest in organizations simply with a contribution. We'd rather position ourselves in terms of what we're trying to achieve as a corporate in difficult trading conditions.
The reality is that the advert that the corporates and retailers, they have disappeared. How do you reach out to your potential clients? Can be buying canned food, or they can be buying something relevant to their welfare.
John Perlman.
3 to 6 on 702.
Big hello.
Hi, Smart Steve from Momentum here. Can I have a minute?
Time is money, Steve. What are you selling?
Get this. By using your smartphone, we can check your health in a quick 90-second screening. And if you answer a few extra fitness questions, you can save up to 35%.
Ah, so Momentum has tech that saves me time.
See, you catch on fast, hey?
You're not the slow guy you used to be, eh?
No, I'm Smart Steve now. Just chat with your financial advisor about Momentum Life Returns to save on your life insurance premium. Momentum, here for your journey to success. Momentum is an authorized financial services and registered credit provider.
We are expecting stage 15 today with only 10 minutes of power.
What? Only 10 minutes of power? You know the drill.
No power. No power.
Wake up. Wake up. You're having a nightmare again.
Blow the whistle on power cuts with the Beast Bundle and save up to 65% on your electricity bill. Subscribe to Solar now from only 1499 per month and only start paying in 2 months. Visit wetility.energy for more.
Do you know how expensive it is to grow a business?
Where will you get the funds?
How will you afford it?
What money?
Do what others say you can't with the bank that believes you can by taking day. Start, manage, and grow your business at standardbank.co.za/rise above the noise. Standard Bank. Standard Bank is an authorized financial services and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
With misinformation and disinformation around us all the time, where can we turn to for news and information that is not fake? Radio, of course, your #1 trusted source of reliable and truthful news and information. For over 3 decades, we have been a signatory to the BCCSA Broadcasting Code of Conduct, and we pride ourselves as a trusted source of information. Say no to false news and disinformation that circulates online. Radio, keeping it real and fighting fake since day one. A message from the National Association of Broadcasters.
It's 11:30, time for the latest in Eyewitness News headlines. When we come back, we'll continue with this live special broadcast from Katlehong. Mbali, good morning.
Thanks, Clement. A very good morning. We begin with news just in. Former President.
1, 2. We have just taken a break. We're going to come back now after the break. Guys,
I caught a short while ago.
I have to
Zuma
say...
accused-
Let me say this. We have given... guys, we've given... Hold on, can I speak? We've given everybody... My brother, you pointing at me doesn't help us here. We've come here to give everybody an opportunity to speak. When someone speaks and you disagree with them, doesn't give you a right to disrupt them. No, it doesn't. When we come back from the break, we're going to give the ANC a chance. We're going to give the EFF a chance, the DA, all the political parties. But make no mistake, we are not going to be held hostage here because a particular party doesn't want other people to speak. I'm going to give you guys a chance. Listen, when I come back, I want to give you guys a chance. Whatever you want to object to, I want you to object to it. That's fine. You will object to it on air. But what I'm asking you to do is give other people a chance to speak. She saved 22% and only pays 726 Rand to insure her white 2018 VW Polo Vivo 1.4 Trendline. Get an OUTsurance code now. SMS out to 45142 and see how much you could save. That's out to 45142. Licensed insurer and FSP. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually. T's and C's apply.
Oh, hey, welcome to the Crazy Store. We've got everything your heart desires, like transforming dinosaurs and soccer balls, a 9-piece unicorn tea set and fleece pet beds, okay. And obviously loads of balloons. I'm sorry, I can't. What do you mean I don't have to do this? The Crazy Store could fill these with helium? Oh, great! The Crazy Store. Hey, you never know what you might find.
Capture iconic moments with the brand new Redmi Note 13 series. Choose from the Redmi Note 13, 13 Pro, or the feature-packed 13 Pro Plus 5G from just 329 Rand per month. When you get any Redmi Note 13, get a Xiaomi Smart Tech device from just 9 Rand per month. Available now at Vodacom online and in stores nationwide. Visit vodacom.co.za for more. Redmi Note 13 series. Make every shot iconic, every day legendary. T's and C's apply.
702 and corporates that care with First Rand CEO Mary Velagazi to discuss SPIRE, the South African Pandemic Intervention and Relief Initiative.
Our purpose is really about building a future of shared prosperity, which we want to enrich our customers, employees, and societies that we serve. That for us is key in having sustained performance and having a business that is thriving. If you operate in an environment with constant societal challenges, I don't think you can have a business that thrives. And frankly, I suppose our customers and employees are really members of the society that a lot of our initiatives that we are targeted at, I think we want to see an improvement in their lives.
SPIRE is a First Rand initiative established to respond to the healthcare challenges in South Africa in collaboration with government and strategic social partners. For more information, visit firstrand.co.za. On 702, let's walk the talk.
The conversation continues
on the Clement Manyathela Show.
Coming to you live from Katlehong.
702.
All right, it's 24 minutes before 12 o'clock. You are listening to the special broadcast of the Clement Manyathela Show. We're live from Katlehong. This is where our 702 elections town hall is taking place. There was a bit of chaos earlier before the news after Ayanda Ali Payne from Bossa spoke. I'm going to do my best to try and bring the room to some calmness. All right, can we, let's settle down. EFF, yes, please, thank you very much. Thank you, EFF. ANC, are you willing, can you settle down? ANC, we're asking you to settle down so we can continue with the coverage. ANC, we are asking you to come down. The EFF is sitting, the DA is sitting, other political parties are here, they want to listen. Can you also please just sit down and give other people a chance. Can we settle down, please? Mayor, can we settle down, please? As a belief, we'll come back. Mayor, do you have any, first of all, do you have any response to what has been said so far by other political parties?
Well, I mean, that is not really for me. We've got an ANC rep on the ground there who can actually speak on behalf of...
These people are raising issues about service delivery. That's your mandate.
But I'm saying we must separate. If you are talking to me as a mayor or you are talking to me as a leader
I'm talking
of
to you as a
ANC.
mayor. I'm saying these people that have spoken have raised service delivery issues.
But I'm saying these people were talking about the ANC. That's why I said we must also be able to provide leadership. That's why there's been a bit of a commotion with Bosa, because Bosa was not talking about service delivery. He was talking about the ANC. Now, that's why it's important that we exercise restraint. But also when you create this important platform, and I'm saying these are important platforms, but you make sure that the people that you bring, they are credible, they are genuine parties who knows what to say in the most important platform like these ones. Because who is Bosa? What is Bosa? Because we understand the other parties. All of them, they are represented in council. You could hear how they engage. That these are parties, they are engaging constructively. They also appreciate this platform like this. It's like you just pick people on the street and give them platform to speak. And that's why they lack leadership in terms of how you must conduct yourself during elections and how you must rise beyond and appreciate this type of space. Now, I just thought that I must actually plead for that type of leadership. It goes a long way because elections in their nature, there's a lot of tensions. And but I want to focus on really the questions that have been raised, and not answer, because I don't want to answer because there's nothing that is said. There's nothing that really Bosa they've said because we don't know who's Bosa really. Let me speak about.
Hold on. Let the mayor finish, please. Give him a chance.
Let me speak about Mandwana. Mandwana, you were the MMC of the DA. You've got an opportunity to be part of the DA-led coalition. When you took over government in 2021, the city was clean. We used to have the budget of the city was also stable with clean audits. We used to have operation. We used to even engage communities with a clean city program where every member of the community, every ward, they would submit about 30 volunteers to assist to keep the city lit. I'm saying partnership with communities. And all those community initiatives that involve communities, you cancel them. The cooperation with the province, the cooperation with national, you cancelled DDM. You blocked national, you blocked the province from coming and assisting us to discharge service delivery. And I think that is something that we are even doing in Tshwane. That is why there's lots of problems. We are sitting with a 13 billion irregular expenditure there in Tshwane. So I think the DA really, they speak about Cape Town, but Cape Town is only one town. When you go to Cape Town, you go to the townships, you go to the other areas.
Okay.
Really, it is a problem. Now, I thought that I must really, because if it's about the political debate, then we can then rise to that level to actually be political in our approach. Now, I think Sianda Makubo, you have spoken, and I think let's appreciate how you engage in council. It really goes a long way. And we also appreciate some of your disappointment, but you must also agree with us that we, of course, guided by the collective wisdom of the ANC, we are presenting stability. We also came to you and said, are you willing to participate, to form part of the executive? You refused. You said you can't be part of the executive. We went to the DA. We said, DA, please give us 3 people to make part of this leadership so that we are indeed a multi-party. You have refused. Now, you can't therefore come here and say, when we've extended a hand and say, join part so that we present a stable government, you've refused to actually participate. Now, Dino Peterson, we can then hear from you, because the PA has been willing, and there's further engagement that we must take up with your good selves, because we understand that you represent some of the wards that you actually represent are actually in our own townships.
Okay.
So we agree that we are servicing largely the same constituency, the same communities.
Yeah.
So we have to engage in the spirit of multi-party government. Because, I mean, out of coalitions, we can't govern alone.
Yeah.
We do need some partnership. The EFF is willing, but what we must actually get the councillors from the EFF is that they must be non-partisan. They must understand we're driving government on behalf of our people. They must understand that, I mean, the ANC says to us, one of the things that we must put up front is that there must be a common program, that the partners must be agreed to ethical leadership, they must be agreed to accountability, all those principles that form good governance. And I'm saying, as an executive mayor, I have that responsibility to discharge leadership and ensure that everybody understands what needs to be done.
Okay.
Service our people.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to, before I go to Tsidi, I want to assure you, Mayor, that as 702, we are not an irresponsible radio station. We don't go around picking up political parties to come participate in town halls that are not legitimate. Any political party that Tsidi is about to talk to now has satisfied what needed to be satisfied by the IEC. They've sent the signatures, they've sent their party lists, they've met their deadlines. These elections are not about parties that are already in existence. These elections are about parties that are contesting for the first time, and they deserve a voice. When we have platforms like this, when we have...
How did you find them? I mean, you don't guide them, how they must engage.
No, that's not my job to guide them. I'm just saying to you that we don't go around picking. Any party that is here is legitimate. Any party that is here is contesting elections, and they deserve to be here. And you can challenge them if you want.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Clement.
Go ahead, Tsidi.
I want to move to some of the political parties that are also here, some of which are already in council. And we also have another newcomer that's also we're going to speak to in a short while. I want to speak now to Ntata Auko from the IFP Provincial Secretary. Your thoughts? I'm going to give you a chance.
Guys, can you please calm down?
Fair. That's fair.
ANC, this guy from the ANC, you're disrupting us, brother. Can you just calm down? Can you just calm down?
Sorry.
Can you just calm down? We want to hear from other people. We want to hear from other people. Can you allow us?
Abu, the IFP is waiting to speak. The IFP also wants to be heard. The IFP also wants to be heard. Please.
Go ahead.
Baba Alkon Gobese, Provincial Secretary of the IFP, is here. He joins us now. Baba, you've been watching, you've been listening. Your thoughts about what's been discussed, the commitments the mayor has made, and the way forward for this community, this region, and ultimately for those who will be voting in May.
No, thank you very much for the opportunity, Sisi. And good day to your listeners as well. And good day to the community of Katlehong. I think what is important here is that we put our party politics aside and concentrate on service delivery. For me, I'm not here I'm the provincial secretary of the IFP. I'm not here to grandstand. I'm here to ensure that our communities, I just come from Tokoza Hostel. It's sewer everywhere. I want to be part of the solution. The IFP wants to be part of the solution. And we are saying where there is IFP, there must be stability. there must be service delivery. And you can...
Sorry, but there seems to be more
guys,
chaos
can we
with
just
NC
calm
members,
down?
the NC section. Please give him a chance to finish his point.
Mayor, hold on, Sidi. Second. Security, please. Can we be seated, please? Can we be seated, please? Thank you very much. Baba, please quickly wrap up.
Let us not raise our voices, but let us raise the level of debate. All these parties here, after election, they're going to need each other. So there's no need for infighting and stuff like that. The IFP wants to be part of service delivery. We want to ensure that people who are living in formal settlement, they are not sharing, 10 families sharing one chemical toilet. It's a disgrace to us. You can see that, Katlehong is not what it used to be. So we need all the parties to come together and find the solution.
Thank you so much, Baba Alkongobese. Before I bring you in, I want to bring in the PAC just before you. Bab Mondli Mlokoti is the PAC's regional organizer. Good morning. Your thoughts very quickly, please, sir.
Izwelethu, Africa, Izwelethu. Let me start by saying, we PAC.
You need to just be boosted. Your levels might have to be boosted. But now, I'm going to raise your voice, Baba.
Okay, yeah, Izwelethu, Africa, Africa, we PAC, we see.
No, it's not the microphone, it's you.
It's not me.
Okay, tell you what. I'm going to take a quick ad break. That mic was still fine, but we'll sort it out. I'm going to take a quick ad break. When I come back, we'll get the views. I would like to hear at least from about 2 or 3 community members as we wrap up. I'll give the guests an opportunity and some of the parties to give us their last words as well. It's 10 minutes now before 12 o'clock.
Imagine this. People from all around the world running together at the same time. Welcome to the Wings for Life World Run, the world's largest running event.
Let's go!
The running event for everyone, where 100% of all money raised goes to spinal cord research. Join the run on May 5th. Sign up now at wingsforlifeworldrun.com. Let's run for those who can't.
Live your biggest adventure in the GWMP Series LT 4x4 with torque-on-demand four-wheel drive, plus intelligent features including adaptive cruise control and 360-degree camera for unlimited comfort and convenience on every journey. Drive the P Series LT 4x4 from just 7,899 Rand per month. 10% deposit, 72 months, prime less 3.11%, 40% balloon. Visit gwm.coza/offers for full T's and C's.
My business assist from My Way Business Insurance gives me access to legal, financial, and marketing assistance and so much more.
SMS MOVE to 44430 to move your business to the next level. My Business Assist is not a regulated product. My Way is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's and C's apply.
Whether green-skinned or dark-skinned, avocados are delicious, nutritious, and have great value. Tomorrow on 702 Afternoon Drive, John Perlman will be joined by the South African Avocado Growers Association. They'll be discussing how you can get the most from your avocados and how you can tell when it's ripe and ready. Make sure you tune in from 3 p.m. Brought to you by the South African Avocado Growers Association on 702. Visit primemediaplus.com for more.
The conversation continues
on the Clement Manyathela Show.
Coming to you live from Katlehong.
702.
702.
It's 8 minutes now before 12 o'clock. Okay, we are back on air now. Can we please come down? Can we please be seated? We are back on air. We are just about to wrap up the 702 Elections Town Hall meeting at City.
I'm standing next to an MK party representative. I think they've come in ruffled feathers. Senzo Ngumalo, you're the Katlehong representative. Just very quickly, your thoughts on the state of Katlehong and the way forward.
Thank you very much. Good morning, listeners. My name is Senzo Ngumalo. I am Umkhonto Wesizwe Party volunteer in Katlehong. Comrades, Katlehong belongs to everyone. Katlehong belongs to the people. There is no political party who owns Katlehong. We are all members of Katlehong. And therefore, Comrade Mayor mentioned that this platform is very important. I see other comrades have concentrated on political issues, where else we are here for service delivery. All right. And so my question is going to the mayor himself and the MMC. I see she touched base on the issue of police and stuff like that. I just want to find out if we do know the numbers. Right now in Katlehong, we are left with one ATM, which is a standalone. All ATMs have been bombed. There's cash in transit and everything. So I just want to find out from you, what's the plan that you have for such issues?
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, I would like to touch base on the health system, the ambulance. In Katlehong, you'll wait for 9 hours for an ambulance. So I just want to find out from our leaders, the mayor's office, that what plans do you have for all these issues?
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank
you so
very
much, Senzo Ngumalo from the MK party.
Tsidi, if you can please go over to get the last.
No.
And then.
What are these people?
Oh yes, the community.
We've got a whole queue of
Yes,
people
please.
waiting. I want to try and squeeze in a few more community members. We have 6 minutes, ma. So literally 20 seconds each. Let's try to give each other a chance.
Okay. All right. Mina ngumphakathi wala eKatlehong. I just want to say, all to the politicians that have been speaking there, there is no M&E policies to make them accountable to us as people of South Africa. They are just accountable to themselves. Hence, there's corruption with no consequences. So I want to hear what is the policies that you are going to put in place, which are going to ensure that people are really held accountable. There is no accountability.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I'm in the interest of time. I want to give people a chance. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, ma. Bonga Spiti, Nako.
Oh, nake Selina Nkosi. Ki dula mo Katlehong ko ward 15 ne. Nanto.
Okay, ma'am Selina, quickly.
Nanto eki kopang. Ko bathong ba Katlehong. Mosebetsi angeke o tle ko wena o dutse ko khoneng. Mosebetsi tshwantse o batle. Rona re le ward 50 ke le ko Skhosana re na le di-patrollers ko ward 50 ko Skhosana. A gona crime ke bo re crime a iyo. Re nkile batho re ba sebetsa gona jwanong. Never thola mosebetsi o dutse ko khoneng. Thank
you, Ma'am Selina. Thank you so much. Can I have one more person? Hi, very quickly. I'm holding the mic for you. I'm counting you down. You've got 20 seconds. Let's go.
Sanbonan Bahlali, igama nguRichard. Igama nguRichard, ngiward committee for May Ward 108 Emleleke extension 2. Ebengicela kumeya, our new mayor engicela ku-new mayor, because as ngiward committee kaso mabaveza izinto ku-IDP. I've never seen into yenzakalayo. Ezinye imali ziyavela ziyanyamalala, so I fail to understand ukuthi kuyenzakalani. Ebengicela kakhulu particularly iThusong informal settlement in 32 years abagogo bahlala emkhukhwini. Bengicela iprogress ku-new mayor simsupport sisebenzisane naye nomama lo ophethe safety. Bathi amaveni ayashoda police stage. Abantu bayashoda. Ngicela niende namaveni kube neprogress ekuhlaleni. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you. But Richard Clement, you've heard what they had to say. Back to you and your guest.
Okay, I'm going to ask, shall we start with you, MMC Masuku? Please, if you can, because we are running out of time. I'm going to give you just 20 seconds to respond to what's been raised.
Thank you very much. I'll start ngobudo owase 108 oqeda ukusuka manje speaking about issue yamavene police station. I want our communities to be able to differentiate between the EMPDs and the SAPs because it's two different institutions, but ezisebenza nge-safety zonke. So I don't know whether he refers to EMPD or to SAPs, but is is a matter that is going to be attended to.
Okay.
Anyway, yes. And then the issue of Usenzo, Ngumalo. The Mankalu Kuluma said there are many units within the department that are being formed. Example, unfortunately, with security, you can't put the plan la ending because I can't know each and every one of you. So issues of security, you don't share to the latter.
Yeah.
But there are plans. Hence, I said crime is being attended to. We're fighting. Thank you very much.
MMC Manamela, just quickly, 20 seconds.
No, thank you very much, Clement. I'm glad that the DA has considered that they've left the department having had collapsed. Is indeed that particular way. But what we are going to do going forward, we're going to make sure that we revive that particular department, make sure our landfill are operational again, and make sure that we clean the city of Iguruleni service delivered to the people. And to the mayor, indeed, we are going to be one team. However, cooperation is going to be both-sided, even from our ward councillors. We mustn't have a pushback from our own ward councillors when we provide the services to the people. But on the 29th of May, vote EFF. Thank you.
All right, Mayor, 20 seconds, please.
No, thank you very much. I must say that we were very happy with the leadership of Panyaza Lessufi in Gauteng. We think his passion on the crime issues, on the integration, on putting technology, it will go a long way to deal with crime. His passion on the jobs creation, the Nasespani, it will go a long way to actually defeat poverty. Other issue of health, the DA-led coalition government, we used to do our part as a city government to invest in clinics, to invest in ambulances. But though we understood it to be a provincial mandate, but when they came in, they actually cancelled that cooperation that we used to do and take away all the monies. Yeah. I hope MEC Mamabulo will then speak about what is it that they have in terms of ambulances. But what we need to work together to actually restore service delivery to our communities.
All right.
And that's what we're putting as a commitment to our people.
MEC, sorry to do this to you, but in 10 seconds, please, can you just wrap it up? Yeah. I'm completely late. They're going to cut us now.
No, I just wanted to greet Ayanda. I think it's important. It's important that that I say this because we used to work together actually. She was the spokesperson of an ANC government, speaking very well about the ANC government and its achievements. So she has been given an opportunity by the ANC government, a typical Tinswalo, as the president would have said. And I just want to say to her that she's saying the ANC government has said, no, wait, we listen to you, please. She's saying, she's saying the ANC government took 2 steps backward. But from you being the spokesperson of an ANC government and the good things that we're saying about the ANC government, you have taken 10 steps backward considering what you are saying. 10 steps backward you took considering what you have been saying. Not even one step forward, 10 steps.
MEC, thank you. And thank you for listening to this special broadcast of the Clement Manyathela Show, live from Katlehong.
A massive share of 3 million rand is up for grabs in the Hollywood Bets Spinner Zonke jackpot race. Bet for 2 rand or more from 8:30 p.m. every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday night. Hollywood Bets, take a spin with us. T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bet supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 07...